chips and salsa at work, so I had to blow in his face.
You love it?
I know he loves it. Yeah, he was like...
We should be rolling in the deep.
I just listened to that song in the car.
Everybody like picked a different song for the frame.
Rolling. There's so
hate
many.
that.
Shit. Okay.
Look at my knife.
How's everybody doing this evening?
They're just not no, they have the numbers.
Yes,
The
he
numbers
just
are-
like, I roll it.
I'm just vibing with my dice.
That's
tonight.
the best kind of dice. Just looks like a 20 from me, boss.
I think.
Chalk and she writes the numbers.
Hello.
Hello?
Goodbye.
When I'm doing my test and people respond to me, it pisses me off.
I love it.
They don't respond to it. I'm
Because
trying to
you
listen
can
to
hear
my
all of
response.
us. It's
like,
fine.
ah!
It's fine.
Welcome, friends, to 48 episodes of Don't Trust Me.
Nice.
.com.
We're
What?
gonna have a 50th episode extravaganza.
Is this our beach episode?
It's not gonna be extravaganza you want though. This is a pretty serious chapter. No, I have no idea. I haven't actually gotten there yet.
Good
So.
thing Hostel has now become a bird.
You're a bird now?
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, friends. Does anybody else remember where we left off? Because I don't.
If you're a bird, I'm a bird.
All right.
I was about to go to Puerto.
Previously on Don't Trust Me, the gang awakens after dealing with Maud and Indy in the dream space. The two interact briefly before the entity known as Sanctuary mistakenly ejects Maud from the space. Indy and her owl friend customize the space briefly before they awaken. In the morning, the ensemble assembles in a final attempt to stock up before their trip to Oklahoma. They travel to Riddenbaugh for another stop at JW's Hooligan Sundries,
Hell yeah.
where they stock up on baked goods, doorknobs, gummy bears, wigs, and sheets of paper before departing. They managed to also grab a flying frog on the way because LOL R.I.P. Carol is what I wrote.
She's not dead.
She's with Lua. She basically is dead.
Lewis just
undead.
murders things for
Anything.
fun.
That's now the big bad.
They travel to the closest train gate to the destination before beginning their traverse. Oh, and I didn't write it in here, but we also had there was the package that arrived at your apartment that morning.
The package.
With the different
The
items for
package.
everybody.
Nice
The papage.
stogies.
Mhm.
The people.
And so you all have those, and you essentially have woken up in the morning with your day ahead of you.
What is this?
That's from Dark Souls.
Dark sparks.
It's a mushroom man.
Dark
Yeah.
sparks.
What are those guys called again?
I don't mushrooms. I don't know.
I don't remember
I'm
again.
just a dancer.
Have you played the game like 50 times?
Yeah. I don't know. They don't have like little names above their heads.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't. What monsters have names above their
The
heads?
bosses.
That's not a boss.
It could be.
Not with that attitude.
It's absolutely not. I'm not changing.
Piss it off now.
Anyway,
Anyway.
as the group, you were awoken to these items by your door in the morning. You open them up, have the chance to discuss the whereabouts, to who would have, to who this could have been, who would have known our address to this location when this was all very impromptu. How did this individual know what to give us? Stuff like that. Other than that, you left your devices in
Yeah,
the
she
morning.
I was about to do the same thing.
Hey,
My coat.
With my code.
can I just hold one of your guys' gifts so I can feel included?
Yeah, here you go.
Hey! What is this?
Flask. Well, okay.
He just starts pouring water onto the ground and it just keeps going. Well, that's useful! Never mind the mold. Here, I'll have it back.
Thanks.
Mold.
Oh, the floor is probably gonna mold. I just poured like a gallon into the carpet.
That was a quick gallon.
The frog makes a noise from the corner.
Oh.
So, you figured out a permanent name for that thing yet?
Yeah, I'm gonna call it bird.
Oh!
Why?
Forget I asked!
I like it.
It flies like a bird.
Okay.
I said forget I asked!
You could have named it.
You know what my favorite kind of bird is,
Carl?
Hostel?
Huh.
I like the kind that live in a hive and make honey.
Huh. That's a bee, you idiot.
I was kind of thinking.
Yeah, even I knew that one!
Okay, well,
You
Gosh,
could have named
okay.
it like
I got
I
it.
thought I was the dumb one
bad
here.
or like flies?
Yeah, they're all birds.
No.
Huh.
Tell me the difference between that and a bird.
Can
Right
we do
now.
an
It's
inside
an
check?
insect.
I'd like to do
Okay,
an
what's-
inside check to see if
It's
Hostle's
not a bird.
fucking
It's not a
idiot.
fowl. It is not.
Okay, what's the difference?
It's not a
between-
cat.
Did you,
Like,
did
I
you
don't
sustain a
understand.
head injury at the time we got back from TWs?
I got an 11. Is Hostel a fucking idiot or not? Can I tell?
Are you rolling?
Insight.
It's hard to tell.
He's
been throwing you for a loop this entire time.
You're supposed
to
to be a
it's
high
been the most
intelligence
confusing
carrier.
2.5 weeks of your life.
To be clear, Hostel is 100% joking.
I know that.
See?
But
I can't
still.
tell.
Like, I'm dumm, and I'm kind of sensing who might be dumber than me.
Alright.
Oh, these like, am I the strongest
Well-
person in the group then?
We can always discuss the whereabouts of these on the way.
Genius.
We're in town still. If, town of Bridespeak is anything like Voltaire says it is,
Damn it. Oh,
then, it might be a little difficult to acquire provisions once we're there. So that's my advice. I
hey,
might grab some, I don't know, some rations or whatnot.
Glorious, I have a question. Since we're about to be, like, off the map for a little bit, you don't happen to know anyone that knows how to get, like, stuff from Malik, do you?
Why do you want something from Alec?
Because I have this radio that's broken and it's missing a screw, and only like it's from Malik, and I can't repair it until I get the screw, and I think I lost it in Puerto, but I don't really feel like we have enough time to go back there right now. But I feel like this is like a piece of the puzzle. It's at least a piece of my puzzle that I really want to get fixed.
Do you have the radio with you still?
Yeah,
No,
I
you don't.
pull it. Oh fuck! I don't have it. I don't have it with me. It's
left
with
it with the
it's-
stay selection.
it's with like a super fancy
It's with a
guy.
guy.
Whose name is Broadway. He's with Broadway. It's with Broadway.
Oh, bro. Okay. Interesting.
You know him?
No, I'm saying it's interesting you left it there.
I was gonna say roll. You should roll for that.
I like how you have a dice tray and you're just rolling right
She likes the aesthetic, okay?
15.
Her dice tray also has
Glorious
words in it,
isn't a
also.
great liar.
But
He's
this time he's telling the truth.
not telling the truth. He reacted like he knew the name.
Glorious, what's going on?
Well, I'm kind of wanting to get on out of here.
I know, but like, why
A
are
little
you
nervous.
Why are you acting sketchy about Broadway?
I'm not.
Is he gonna fuck up my radio?
What? No.
Is he like your ex? Like, what's happening? Why do you not want to talk about him?
I didn't say I don't want to talk about him.
I know you were like, I don't know him. I twitch.
didn't say I didn't know him.
Great. I'm just okay.
Are
So-
you okay, Melody?
No, I want my fucking radio fixed. And he was like, find the screw. Or you're screwed.
Listen, anyone up in the Capitol, I'm sure you have in good hands. So, if you want to repair it, then I guess you don't even need to go to Malik then.
I'm
If you
so anti-government. It's fine.
find the right, okay.
Remind me, Andrew, we did a history check and like at least my thing came from a shop in Palegrass, right?
Yeah, Glorious, he pointed out, he recognized the retailer that gave them. It's like a mom and pop shop. That a lot of these, like the flask itself and the carrying case, is just kind of like lower than general store goods.
Okay.
Like something you get from a souvenir shop, even. But yeah, he recognized them as from local businesses at Palegrass. Well, I'm following you guys.
All right.
So what are we going to buy, like oranges or something?
I'm just saying, it's good to prepare.
Where
I don't know how big this place is, how long we're gonna go. I don't even know what we're looking for.
Yeah, I need
Just-
some cigarettes. I don't know how long we're gonna be gone.
Just whip us up a to-go platter of bacon ribs.
Where would you recommend we go shop for provisions? I mean, you know this town better than
I
us.
don't. I've never been here a day in my life.
We're in
I haven't
Oklahoma.
left Hillgrass in.
Oklahoma. That's
I
right.
haven't left
Shit,
Hillgrass
never
in
mind.
years.
Never
Mod,
mind.
are you okay?
Yeah, no, I just completely forgot that we are. I don't.
Insight is
He's-
Mod fucking
Oh my
stupid.
God.
Yes.
He's still confused about the whole bird thing.
Mine's
Yeah.
Big time.
I was a 7. I think you're a genius.
You think?
I'm just saying, if we are there for more than a couple days, it might be a good idea to get something like some rations.
Sure.
Yeah, some
provisions,
like
right?
Lunchables.
Sure. Yeah.
Here, I'll pull up the GPS
serious.
on my phone.
No,
I'm
this is the-
serious too.
This is the future. We
Find,
got
like,
dinner
I'm,
rolls.
I'm gonna think like someone living in the modern world and pull up the GPS on my phone, and we'll find us a little grocery store.
Yeah, and you're able to do just that. There's
Like a
a
Walmart
series of things
supercenter.
that pop up for places, just like gas stations in this smaller town, that you'd be able to grab some stuff on the way.
Oh shit, we can get some corn nuts.
I mean, that's a good
Okay.
road snack, but
What's your favorite for
I
leaving
mean, as
the
far
house?
as like a,
Ranch,
As a-
obvious.
Obvious.
I don't know. I like the house.
What?
I like
the
I
house.
like I like Super Ranch actually.
Super ranch. You like to be punched in the mouth with ranch.
I'm in this. This is the present. Like what? This is like the 2000s. Well, just regular ranch. That's good enough. Okay.
I like to think that in this universe, every food just has super in front of it. It's like you had super donuts when you were in school.
Going to like a buy and large or something.
By and large.
Yeah.
Buy in large.
By and large. A loaf and jug.
Loaf and guy, is that even possible?
That's a
Oh my
Kroger.
God.
That's a Kroger gas
That's
station
right.
in like Colorado.
Of course they are.
Yeah, no, let's pick up something that's maybe going to sustain us a little longer than corn nuts. I mean, they're a good road
Beef
snack.
sticks. Like a lot
Pizza
of corn
sticks?
nuts. Little beef stick.
Oh,
Corn
beef
nuts
sticks,
and
yeah.
beef jerky. That's all we need.
You need water.
We're going to an actual grocery store, not a corner
Balance out
station.
all the
So at this
salt.
point, the group coalesces outside, or better word, I don't know, okay. Congregates outside.
That's
There
fair.
it
That's
is.
fair.
Whatever.
Congregate outside, and you begin tracking down locations to get simple provisions for your extended trip here. Mistress, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
You receive a call during this time as you're with the group here. You'll be able to check. It's from actually a member of your wing back in the capital at the Amethyst wing of CCP. A coworker by the name of Soma, who is your senior.
Name sounds familiar.
Very good at her job. In fact, one of the people that is kind of, at least in your wing, is considered the head, or barely in control of the wing. There's not a designated person that controls the wing. There's just she's one of the main people go to if they are requesting assistance.
Hey, just momentarily here, out of character, I would like to challenge her to a cooking battle. Carry on.
To a shokugeki, if you will.
I would like to
Yeah.
challenge her to a cooking
All right,
battle and
remove your shirt. No.
Already off.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'm fully prepared for peanut butter squid.
Anyway, you're receiving a phone call from this individual at this time, and you guys aren't necessarily not friends. You're coworkers, and she's more of the teasing type, and so you might not necessarily be too social to that, but I mean that's your relationship.
Hello.
Oh, mistress, is that you, darling?
Yes, it is.
Oh, hi! The office has been so lonely without you. I still can't believe you're out and about in the big city. It's so unlike you. How are things going here?
Where's it at?
What is happening?
It's like the whole thing.
Hold on, sheep.
You need to just get like an extension cord. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, done.
Carry on.
Continue.
Okay, fine.
All right. So what did you say? Oh, did you respond to what she said?
No, she is struggling to describe her
Oh.
feelings.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
I don't.
I've done what's needed to be done so far. I'm traveling with some interesting individuals.
Man, it's like inviting a polar bear to a picnic. You haven't heard any of them yet, have you?
No, of course not.
I'm not saying you would. It's just
No,
someone
I
at your
would.
level. I'm
I just
surprised you got
haven't-
paired with such a ragtag.
She said, "Oh, I would."
Repeat that again, dear.
I absolutely would hurt them. I just haven't needed to yet.
Things don't change. I'm glad you're not one of them. Anyway, don't mean to waste your time. I meant to give you a call with a bit of update that's happened over at the Calamity Project. It would
Yeah,
seem,
go ahead.
and you may or may not already know this, but our sector's Golden Wing has taken a heavy loss to their personnel.
Yes, I am aware.
None of them survived their last encounter. Not a single one. And so we've been reallocating around here.
Is that so?
It is something that is very difficult to do without the entirety of our staff there. So, the Celestian's been reaching out to many of us, and when it came time to reallocate to the lead of the Golden Wing, well, Amethyst is second in line, and I recommended you for the position.
Oh, I'm honored.
The Golden Wing is a group for hire, so it wouldn't be as exciting as what you're doing now, but it is a job that would very much require your full undivided attention. But this is where things get fickle. The barracks request aid from the Golden Wing almost immediately. We need that spot filled, and with you not here, well, I'm the only one else here that's qualified to take the position. So it leaves us at a bit of a standstill. If I were to take the position, you'd be guaranteed reign over the Amethyst Wing when you get back, but I'll be honest, that's a hard job to move up from. Whereas if you return now, you could be out there within the night.
I see.
No. I know you're doing work for the General. This is obviously a response that you'll have to take time for. And who knows, maybe your deeds will be done within the next few days. But keep it in your mind. I wouldn't recommend anyone else for the position. Someone with your amount of control and dedication for the craft, well, I couldn't do it. Or at least not the same.
Tell me, how long do I have to come to a decision?
According to Dr. Alex, he's wanting to fill the position within the next 5 to 6 days.
I see.
But then again, it is
Just
simply...
to be clear, is this a formal offer of the position?
It is my... Well, I'm the one that recommended. He offered me the position, but I said that you were more qualified, and that I would talk to you before saying any answers. So, if by the time that offer expires, I will have no choice but to accept, I wouldn't want to disappoint any of my colleagues by procrastinating.
I see. Can you give me 24 hours?
I would be honored. You have my number. Feel free to stop by for tea.
Thank you.
Soma hangs up the phone, and you're left to your devices once again.
Food.
Was Mistress in the same room as everyone?
Yeah, you guys are walking to a convenience store right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did we hear that then?
You would hear
Her
hearing
side.
Mistress's side.
We would hear Mr. say, "Oh no, I absolutely would hurt them."
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna pretend
I'm-
she's not talking about us.
Yeah, I'm both.
At what point has Mistress pretended to any of you?
Right, we should not be surprised.
Yeah, no, I'm both really terrified, but also not surprised in one single.
In a way, I'm comforted. It's just reaffirming her character.
Like, okay, so she's not hiding anything from us.
During that conversation, I want to walk over to Melody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you were talking about needing something in Malik.
Yes, I'm really desperately trying to get my radio fixed, and I'm missing this screw, and there's not even any batteries in the back. Don't understand how the fucking thing works. But when we were in Puerto, it was making all those weird noises, and that was the last time it worked. And I don't know, Celestian's friend or whoever this dude is like, yeah, I can maybe fix this. I don't know. It didn't really like instill confidence. He said I really need that screw.
What's his friend's name?
Cause like,
Broccoli.
you know that like Fuzzy's in Malik right now, right?
How the fuck would I know that?
I don't know. I thought I mentioned it. Maybe I did.
No.
I mean, you would know that. This is a conversation that they had earlier about the Dark Knights leaving for a meeting with the Mountain Assembly.
No,
Even though he's still there, it's been a while since then.
Right.
it's been a while. It's been like a couple hours.
No, been like a week.
No, because he taught. I thought it
He's
was.
been there, like, on a roundabout through different cities for a week now.
Okay, well, regardless, do you think we could ask Fuzzy to see if he could grab one? I mean, I don't think it'd be that big of a deal. It's just like a screw, like
I
probably
mean,
go to like a
like-
hardware store or something.
It's pretty sketchy trying to get a hold of him, but we can certainly try to call him.
I mean, if you would, that'd mean a lot to me. Then I wouldn't have to like be crazy like you and leave in the middle of the night and go to Puerto. I would never do that. But the
You
thought
could-
did cross my mind.
You could do that. You could also wake me up and just like take me with you. I'm pretty good at like sneaking out and stuff.
Man, that temptation's really intense. Let's call Fuzzy first and see. Oh, before we go rogue to a place that tried to kill us last time we were there.
I mean, we could also just like go to Malik.
We could just take a road trip.
That seems like way bigger of
Where
a deal
is
than it
Malik
needs to
in
be.
regards
It's like
to where we are?
It's like
Malik
across
is
the ocean,
essentially
right?
everything west of, or sorry, everything east of like the Ukraine. Essentially, the majority of
That'll be a
Europe
trip.
and northern
That's not
Africa
really a road trip.
is Glass County. It's essentially the cold of Europe and Asia. That's where the Malik Assembly is. It's essentially the Eastern Hemisphere's version of the Legion.
Honestly, don't feel like that's going to be taken care of until we take care of this church.
And then
just
Glorious
a
is like,
fucking screw, that's it.
you guys can't just go to Malik.
Glorious, we don't need to go to Malik. I just need
No.
this
Well,
fucking
I mean, you
screw.
can always try to swim there, but it's not like you can. No one's gonna take you there.
It'll be fine. It'll be like a one night escapade.
Like literally, you can't go there.
Oh, like it's like that one time I went to the moon without anyone.
Cool. The moon, as your definition, is Legion. Malik is a whole different story.
Oh, well, I bet we could get there pretty easily.
Okay.
I call Fuzzy.
You're
Yeah,
a pretty clever dude.
Does
Glorious
anyone know
kind of
teleportation?
smiles and shakes his head.
I
Everyone-
imagine Glorious's eyes like twitching.
He turns to Mistress to like get a response, and he almost has to look up a bit. She's just as tall as him.
Holy shit.
Everyone just give me your tasty bears. I'll fly across the ocean in 13 hours, and you'll get
Become
there.
a freaking dust mite.
Just keep feeding random woodland creatures tasty bears until you get a Pegasus.
Just become like a tardigrade or something terrible. You just can't
God
do it.
damn it!
Anyway,
I just keep switching between like a shark and a
So-
bird. So I just keep like,
you ring for this number, and this number you've called in attempts to this before. It doesn't even ring. Straight to voicemail.
God damn it!
Fuck you! Anyway, leave a message.
How come whenever I want something, it's impossible to get a hold of?
The cell service, you can imagine from
Yeah.
these two different, like, sections of the world. It's like trying to
we're in fucking Oklahoma.
log on to YouTube while living in China.
We need Wi-Fi.
essentially.
Can we text him? Sometimes that can go through easier than like.
I mean, I can leave a message too. In fact, I am currently leaving a message of this conversation of you talking about texting him. And, hey, Fuzzy.
Major, what's his sergeant? Mr.
Can you call me back?
General Fauna.
All right, love you. Bye. Hang up.
You both lose 2 to your intelligence.
I'm already down to relax. Shouldn't make a difference.
I offer you no points. God
God
have mercy on your soul. Anyway,
And then I'll text him, be like, hey, can you call me whenever you get the chance? Okay, love you, bye.
as you guys enter into the convenience store and you start searching around for provisions, different like non-perishable items that you keep in Ember's big fat navel.
Love my big fat.
I do-
Melody, as you're perusing
Yes.
the store here, you instinctively raise your hand down to your side where the radio normally is. You're
I'm stressed.
for the first time in a long time without it, and yet you feel heavier than you ever did.
Aww.
As you reach down, you feel like something should be grabbing it back even, but alas, you look down, you feel like you're further away from your goal than you've ever been, despite having the leads you have.
I have to go
As
to
you do
Mexico.
this, you look up, and there's a roller grill in front of you with several different items. Hot dogs, breaded,
Glizzies.
unbreaded, food that's would be perfect to share with a friend.
I put like 4 corn dogs in my pocket. And they're so hot it hurts.
Hey, you can't put those in your pocket, man.
I'm gonna pay for them, okay?
Okay.
Like, also grab like handfuls of ketchup.
really hot, but you don't grab those from
I
behind
know, it really hurts.
they're not done cooking.
That's fine. It'll just be a little cold in the middle, just like I like them.
What?
Gross.
You're left as you satisfy with a temporary solution to a
Like
long-term
6
problem.
6 to 8
You satisfy
corn
this.
dogs.
You satisfy this void for but a small time.
I
You're
put them
left-
all in the pocket that like weighs down that side of the radio.
And with that
I
fat
don't think
thigh.
I
think I
ever
could go
gave
for a corn
you
dog right
the
now.
instruments, did I?
The what?
The instruments that I bought? I think I still have them.
Did you get one?
Did you buy an instrument?
Yeah,
you
remember I bought like the bugle and the
Oh yeah,
recorder?
you
No, you
did.
didn't give them to me.
Okay.
Melody, you do take the time to recount, however, your one link you did get from the radio during this time. The possibility of what it could mean. The voices you heard, blinded by the static.
Yeah.
You feel now that you've pinpointed the source of the static and the cause of the turmoil. You could be closer than ever despite not having the one key you have to the door. But then you're left with that voice. The voice that echoes those 3 lines. What are you waiting for? She's listening. Go ahead. Who are they intended for? Who is saying them? Why? But that's all you have. Andy, you feel a pair of talons land alongside your shoulder. Just in the middle of this convenience store, you hear everyone hears.
What's up, Sanctuary?
I don't know much, girl.
That
So we
is-
getting anything? Any kind of grubs today?
Well, I was really hoping to get a corn dog, but
Dude,
I
how
got
much
it.
do you think you can fill that flask
Melody
up
took
with?
them all.
Like, I bet so much Gatorade you did in that
Ooh,
bitch.
you
Gatorade.
Yeah.
You
Man, I'll just
right.
stick to water, but you girl.
How does Sanctuary feel about Bird?
Are you asking Sanctuary that?
No, I'm just
Don't
looking
ask
at.
me, I'm not here.
I'm just looking between like my flying frog and Sanctuary.
Oh, Frog's like,
It's at this point, Sanctuary turns over, it's like, be right back, I'm gonna go get lunch.
Okay.
Just punch it.
Oh! Full attack.
Stay away from Bird.
Bird. Fucking bird.
Nice.
It's a nat 20.
what the fuck?
Bird. Green mist.
So he just needs good motivation to roll well.
Stay away from Bird.
Just complete green mist at that moment, and then
Fuck you, hostile.
Christ.
you feel the presence of your bird with you, but it's not there again.
Okay, but if Sanctuary like claws you for that, then you get to go to the full dream world.
No, but she was gonna eat Bird.
Okay, but like
What
Something
if,
good
what if
can
Bird
come out
got
of
to
it.
go with you?
I don't think things I get eaten get to go to the dream world.
we don't know that.
Alright, kids, no more goofing around. Put everything up on the counter and let Papa pay for the meal.
What do you?
Sorted.
He slaps down his wallet and he's like, I'm paying for everyone, let's go.
I
Oh.
go grab,
I start
like, 10
pulling out
more
my corn
things.
dogs.
I think Mistress was trying to.
I didn't know that was a part of it. I didn't know you were hiding those, but I'll still do it. Why is it
Why would you do that? Questions.
I ask for a carton of cigarettes from behind the counter. And just
And as Glorious kind of looks at you and just kind of a little nervous to the last. You guys are so funny.
I think Mistress was saying something. Yeah. What do you want?
What was that, mistress?
Mistress didn't say anything. She did.
Oh, what did you say?
Suggested that many frogs are poisonous, and that eating bird might kill sanctuary.
Well, to be fair, hostile punching.
Yeah,
Venture in
punching
the
bird
face
also.
That also
Solid.
probably would kill Sanctuary.
Well, yes.
I'm saving you, Sanctuary, from Bird.
Temporarily kill sanctuary because sanctuary is not the sort of thing that dies permanently.
Yeah.
True that.
But like, maybe a poison damage could happen.
So, as everybody's putting their items up, and he begrudgingly rings up the carton
You
of
offered
fucking
that.
Camel Crush that goes through there, and Glorious just laughing to himself and scratching his head as this burnt out teenager is scanning through his items here. Hostile, you're looking at this behemoth man, and there's a bit of conflict that runs through at this time. Not for a single moment since you've met this man have you had any reason to trust him. He has actively led you into a fireball before, and now
Right.
here he is leading you guys into battle. He recognizes people that work for Calamity Project. He has acted hostile to one of your best friends when he stayed at the bar with you.
Yeah,
You recognized Fuzzy for sure, and he was not happy he was there. But you continue to let him lead, and there's a small burning feeling in your pit from this. But he's been open about everything else, and once again, you're left with that moment of realization when you're in a group of 7 to 8 people that you're the only one that's voting guilty instead of innocent.
Right.
It's hard to battle that kind of democracy. And something to think about.
Yeah.
But he does buy you the carton of cigarettes. And he turns around and he's like, "Here you go, buddy." And big old grin, hands it to you all. Alright, who got the corn dogs? You?
They're me.
Alright, this is a
I like put
This is a
them all
12 pack of Keystone. Who got this?
I'm gonna take one of the corn dogs and I'm gonna give it to Indy.
Speak
I'm
up,
gonna
I
pick
don't
some
judge.
Lintoff. I'm gonna pick some Lintoff with it first, but I
Got
gave
the-
you one that's warm in the middle, I think.
Hot tamales. I think. You want me the hot tamales? No? I didn't get it, so if you don't respond, I'm just gonna keep it.
That's a
Tell
little
him
on the
we're up
nose, Ember, but I like it.
Great non-perishables you guys all
Where's my
bought.
spicy Cheetos?
I've never seen somebody buy 8 packets of dill pickle freaking spit seeds before. Who got this?
Yeah, those are.
Yeah, what?
Those are the best.
That's my brand. Can I have one of those?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rips it, scatters across the floor.
Is it the
Dude.
Spits? Is that
Yeah,
the brand?
Spits. Don't pick the
Those
Spits.
are the best.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to sunflower seeds, so like anytime in like D&D, like if I get the opportunity to eat something I'm allergic to, I'm gonna take it.
There's also some Reese's over there that I think
Oh yeah,
also
can we
belong
get
to
some
Mud.
peanut butter?
Yeah.
cups?
Some
This
peanut
time-
butter cookies.
Essentially with Glorious, he bought a series of rations that would help support you guys throughout
Nice.
the time.
Told
for
you.
several
He's like,
days.
here's our groceries.
Essentially,
You're a hero.
enable you to not need to worry about having to eat during this time. I know we don't narrate it out, but during Mana Bears, you would have that opportunity. At the Gauntlet, there was a cafeteria that you would have gone to during the day.
Yeah.
You're going to some empty town facility.
Are our rations like military?
Yeah, you know, hardtack, dry rice,
Oh my god.
water.
I'm gonna be back.
Hemorrhoid
I go in and buy like 30
What?
packs. I go in and buy just like 30 packs of raw hot dogs.
What did you get?
Just 30 packs of like hot dogs.
Ring those up too.
No.
Yeah.
I don't want your fucking hardtack. I'm eating these fucking hot
No,
dogs.
ring up the dogs for
No.
God, don't be like that. Chris.
I just like look at him and start walking out the door with the hot dogs.
Hey man, that's not right. Hey, don't worry, I can just put the serial number in, man. Here we go.
God damn it. Swipe my gold card real fast and run on the
Make a dexterity check, as believe it or not, that's not easy to do.
Let's see. Dexterity.
Or sleight of hand, whichever's better.
They're the same. 19.
No, except for you, you do this a lot.
and just
'Cause he's
run out the
tiny.
building.
You wait till he types in the last code and just like freaking boomerang it through the reader. You hear the beep of the machine and you're out.
I think that guy paid for your meal, man.
Ugh. Guess that takes off the cigarette tab. Is everyone ready? Let's go.
I'm going.
Heading out the door here, Ember, you're supplied with a handful of goodies, your rations and whatnot, and it really feels like a road trip to hell. Everyone's happy and cheerful and providing for you, but there's no question that you yourself are anxious about. That you know this level of levity doesn't quite benefit. And that's just recently, the memories and the flashes you've had, your time outside of Puerto as well, your difference in dealing with the static. It's frustrating because this whole time nobody knows anything about what's going on and it's expected to continue. You're hoping to find answers here.
As Ember walks out holding her like 10-pack of tamales, she checks her phone, seeing if her parents have responded.
No response from the parents yet. It's not like them. The responses are usually very timely. Makes you worry, but at the same time, you're living a separate life. You're living a destiny you didn't think you would get involved in. And while you want to reach out again, you know it's only going to further dissolve your resolve.
Trying to push the
Billiard, however, is always messaging you. It's
My
like
guy.
it's almost like the guy can't communicate any other way now.
Oh.
But he sends random pictures of Spike eating at the cafeteria with like freaking chopsticks in his nose, them playing pranks on people, all sorts of stuff. Them getting in trouble because of said pranks. Just a couple two Ed and Eddies out there just being terrible on Legion sanctioned grounds. And he's making sure to include you as your third person to the Amigo group.
Oh.
Even if you're not there with them.
I sent him a picture of my tamales, and I put my phone back in the pocket.
He sends you a corn emoji. It's very strange.
Out of character, if Ember ever wants to pull some pranks, you know who's down.
Oh yeah.
I go up to Melody after we're out, and I'm like, hey,
Did Fuzzy text you back? I'm sorry, I'm keeping it cool.
no.
I'm not keeping it cool. I'm really freaking out. I'm like chewing on like a corn dog stick. The
I,
corn dog's still on the other end. I'm just
Your hands like
not
I don't get her.
I'm for
She's been doing this since we entered.
I'm having a break. I'm having an emotional breakdown.
this may not be the best time then, because I don't
Are you
want
gonna
to,
tell me you're in love with me? I really can't handle that.
No.
Okay. Whew.
Um,
That's a really. I mean, why not?
what?
My self-esteem's really low. I really need help. Okay, continue.
Was it in Rudenbach, right, where we went to that music store?
You were, yeah, it was Rudenbach, yeah. Sorry.
So do you remember when we went to Rudenbach and we went to that theater music place?
Oh yeah, where I learned to play a horn. Mhm.
Yeah. I thought you might like some practice, and I pull out the bugle and the recorder.
Pull out of your Zelda knapsack, just out of your.
I like hold them. You got me a present?
Yeah, I mean, you it seemed like you wanted to learn how to do this kind of stuff.
I hug
so,
him.
Just like
She
lightly
like
pat her lower leg because that's where I reach.
she like cries a little bit into his hair. You really need a shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On.
I don't know where to put the. I'll
As
just-
you guys exit the general store and start
Shove
making
them
your
into
way into town once again,
belly
trying to
button.
find either a place to start walking or a place to acquire some sort of bus cab or another way to drive out to your location here, begins to peak to the part of day where essentially the commute begins and individuals are filtering themselves out on the road. I would like for you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
What?
Interesting. Give me a sec.
Stuffy looks under it.
Dirty 20.
30-20. Okay. You look, make it, you begin to, bring your, sorry, I'm collecting my
No,
notes.
you're okay.
You take a moment to breathe and exhale and open your eyes and study the group of strangers that are walking about you here. Hundreds of faces you've never seen before. And it feels like a wave of relief rushes over you, that it's not quite as suffocating as it was. At least based off of what you've been through at Palegrass and people you've talked to lately. And so you have the resolve to continue on, but something itches you. You raise your head up, make eye contact with a stranger from across the street. There's a vendor that's looking at you. Makes eye contact with you. And blink and he's looking back down at the customer that's in front of him. As you smile and brush it off, you took a look at the other side of the road, and there's a trolley bringing people across downtown outside. You can swear there's a family sitting in the front seat of the car looking back at you as well. Right as you focus in on that, their faces are turning the other way. And again, you turn around, you feel like this mom bringing her kid on the stroller walking down the street has this sinister smile as they're walking just in the opposite direction of you. Their gaze continuing to meet yours, yet at the same time, it's not truthful. You don't know if their gaze is that of their own or someone you've known recently. And then a panic starts to rush over you. I don't know anybody here. I don't trust anybody here.
No.
Nobody here. How many faces does he know? How many voices has he heard? How long has he been following us? The group of us that are here, we're safe. We have to be safe. No, he knows all of us too. He's been following us. He knew where we were at the apartments. He was there. He's been in Palegrass. He's known us since the very beginning. He could be anybody. He'd look over at Melody, who's looking the other way. Feel breath coming from your neck on the other way. Your head twitches back as well. You feel this pale sweat rushing down your head at the same time. You try to swallow, but your tongue is frozen. You feel your hand begin to shake just slightly. The footsteps of the crowd around you begin to increase. You feel like they're walking in your direction. Every person in this street is walking in your direction. Your party members have stopped. You're suddenly alone. You're walking alone, and nobody is watching out for you. You have no idea if you're safe. You're not safe. You gotta get out right now. You're not safe. Hand on your shoulder.
Ah!
Whoa there, buddy!
Ah!
What are you freaking out for?
Glorious, you have the biggest fucking hand in the world.
Oh, you look like you're about to walk into the pole over there. I just want to make sure you're good, friend.
I'm
looking up at Glorious.
Finding someone else gets me.
He's the least.
Don't trust him.
He's the least trustworthy of them all. You have to take his word. Because what other choice do you have?
I just kind of shrug off his hand and I go, I will be.
There's no way to like suss out.
Oh, come on, man, smile. We're about to have a party.
Put a silver spoon on.
He shakes his hands too, and you get this feeling of looking at Glorious here that he's pretty shaken up too. Not for the same reasons, but this is essentially like letting a cat outside after living in a cage his entire life.
We're all freaking jacked up,
Yeah.
man.
You're no longer looking at shadows on a cave wall. You're outside, and it's a big world, and there's more than one dimension. There's more than two dimensions now for him, and it's
2 dimensions.
You feel like he also interrupted you
for his sake too, which does give you some relief.
Glorious, when was the last time you were even outside of Pilgrass?
Maybe 20, 25 years. Yeah, it's been a couple days.
I mean, I've been so many places in my time in the Legion, and I mean, in the last 2 weeks alone, I've been across the country twice. I can't imagine how it must be to stay in one place for over 2 decades. I don't know. It sounds nice.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I didn't want to stay that long. It just kind of became home. And, well, home is where you're safe. And why would you want to abandon that? I sound like a coward. I didn't always used to be so yellow. But that's all I got. I don't have a retort. So this time, you guys, if you'd like to decide how you want to get to Braggspeak, you can always try to walk there. It's many miles away still. This is just the closest place with a train to get you in. You'd also be able to rent a bus once again, like you took for your round trip again. You could have someone cab you out there if possible. There's different options you can look for. Or if you want to be creative, look for other things too.
Let's tie a bunch of strings to Bird and have Bird.
No.
Let's kidnap that shifty-looking kid who's looking at me and turn him into a horse.
Let's kill some people.
Can we call Fuzzy again?
Jesus, Melody!
Sorry. I'm just like, Mexico's only 8 hours away.
We can try.
Just one more time.
Okay.
Sorry, I have this really horrible feeling that I'm gonna like die in Oklahoma and that I'm never gonna get this resolved.
Yeah, you should try living in Oklahoma. Then you feel like you're gonna die in Oklahoma all the time. It's the worst. Oklahoma sucks.
It's not that bad here, okay?
Oklahoma sucks.
I like the weather. It's pretty mild.
It's freaking stupid.
Amber, I would think you'd like it hot.
Oh no!
I'm like
try living in Mississippi for 20 years. I'm surprised I can breathe. Like the air is so thin out here. I don't know how you guys do it. It's around. Who are you calling? I'm sorry.
Fuzzy. I've just been sitting here the whole time.
Fuck you.
Hey.
Anyway, leave a message.
Oh, you goddamn son of a bitch.
Bastard.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna
All
happen.
right. Well, call me back. All right.
Tell him I need a screw.
Actually,
I don't want to screw. I just need one.
Melody wants to
for
screw you.
No,
maybe.
I need one for my radio.
Melody needs a screw for her radio. I don't know what the fuck that means, but
This
I don't
is
know.
the code.
I think we're about to go someplace that like all our electronics are gonna like fucking die. So yeah, if you could get like a screw for a radio from Malik, if you're even there anymore.
Like, what's the likelihood that we could just wait like one day?
All right, love you,
And
bye.
then Hostel and I could just drive 16 hours.
Well,
New
you're
Mexico.
gonna have to take that up with old Voltaire here. He points off
Yeah,
to a corner.
freaking church
I was about to ask about him.
Stoic
Church
man.
guy.
That's like personaing, just on the corner staring at you guys.
Fuck.
This robed man just.
So weird.
He's the creepiest
my
person
God.
I've ever met. I keep forgetting that
He
he's
also
there.
doesn't like.
That's why I was like, I don't think we can get to Malik because he won't.
No.
let us.
I don't want to go to Malik. I just want to go to...
He also doesn't like pranks. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, to be fair, nobody likes being pranked.
Oh, people like being.
That's another prank.
Nobody likes being pranked. I don't like the pranks that you do. I always end up wet.
pranked.
There's nothing fun about that.
I mean,
Just like...
it's fun to prank people though.
No, it's fun to prank people. It's just not fun to be pranked.
But like,
And look at that guy. He's not pranking people.
but he
He's
like,
a total nerd.
he like took it way too seriously though.
Yeah, he takes everything seriously. Wouldn't you if your name was Old Hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
sad.
know. We should. I'm
Imagine
thinking.
looking at your baby and being like, "Hi, Old Hair." That's sad.
What if we like just continue to prank him until he like either like
Can the
broke?
prank be us going to?
Oh my god.
Jokes
What?
on you. We separated from the party.
Can
He
we like?
could
Can
either,
we like
like-
give him an assignment that'll take like 24 hours to do?
He'll either break like emotionally or like we'll break him of like his being upset. And either way, it'd be kind of fun to watch.
What if you prank him for 24 hours and I take someone else to Puerto.
It might not be.
So, like, this radio of yours, it must be even more important than the town, I assume.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Our town is safe right now. And I'm not.
Not all of them.
No, I know. I just.
Well, listen, I'm down. I'm hoping that has something to do with what's going on, because then it just seems kind of arbitrary.
No, I think it does.
That sounds kind of callous, I'm sorry.
No, I really think it does. I'm worried that if I don't act on this, that the chance will be gone.
That's fair.
And I was just gonna suck it up and who cares, but I don't know, lose my shit a little bit.
Well, why don't we, when we, kick this town's ass, we'll all help you fix it.
Okay, but what if we don't kick its ass? What if it kicks our ass? And
That's
we
not gonna
die?
happen. You got me on your team.
Well, like, if we die, then just, like, we're
Glorious,
dead
you
and it
thought
doesn't
there was
matter.
like
Then
there
it
was
won't matter
a
anymore.
tree in your bar, like 5 minutes ago.
Listen, just because you didn't see the tree doesn't make me the bad guy.
I'm just.
But also, like, think about, like, if we die, then, like,
So
it
is
doesn't
that a
matter
no
anymore.
on pranking him for 24 hours?
I mean,
No, this guy seems pretty serious, but I mean, you do what you want to do.
I don't imagine this is gonna take that long. Maybe. We'll see.
Only 6 to 8 weeks, probably.
What?
What?
The pranker?
Oh no.
I mean, either, I guess.
No, this arc.
Oh. Oh.
In Oklahoma.
Well, it depends on you. This is the puzzle arc.
Let's just speed
So-
run it.
Oh
you good
god,
at
if
it?
the puzzle arc, we're
Oh,
gonna be
fuck,
here
that's
for
right.
half a year.
Great.
Let's speed run this bitch.
Yes, character when you need.
I can do that.
Good things.
Let's go. Anyway.
I think let's just take care of this and then we can figure out your radio. Because you never know, like, we might get done with it and...
I know, I'm just saying if this radio
Like-
would have been gone already.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have talked to people about it. I would have just fucking left.
Okay, sorry that I care about,
Yeah.
and I don't want to just leave and then just like blindly walk into. I'm gonna get lost in Oklahoma. It's all flat here.
In the words of Mistress, fascinating.
Oh no, man. I'm a city dweller.
I have a fun fact about Oklahoma.
Our
Its
lakes.
lakes are man-made. There's no natural
Remember why do you
man-made
like
I like how they
I
have to
did a
try
lot
to
of
be
studying.
interesting.
I was like a hermit when I was a child.
Were you also
so-
pranked a lot?
No, I didn't have friends to prank me.
Your friends don't prank you. Bullies prank you.
Yeah.
I didn't have bullies to prank me either. It was
You
my
remember
parents.
this one time County put all the Colonel's clothes in the oven?
No, that's a good
Hell
point.
yeah.
Oh,
Fuck
really
that.
funny. Got me
that-
taking a shower.
Fuck that Danny DeVito ass bitch.
Well, I mean,
Who?
I respect him, so I'm not gonna say that.
Nah, it's fine.
Okay.
Colonel.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
didn't you say
Disrespect
Colonel like
him.
was Danny DeVito?
He looks like Danny DeVito. He's got that pear body and the thinning hair and whatnot. His big bulbous
Dan
nose.
DeVito is all apple body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah, he's
no
just
skinny,
round.
there's no skinny part on him.
He is round.
He's an
Let's change
he has
the
an
subject.
he has an orange body.
So anyway, I started
I'm not even talking about my son's apple body. I did not bring that up. I'll put these words in my mouth. I'm putting my foot down.
Colonel's your son?
Well, they're all my kids. Well, not really, but
that fucking freaks me out, man.
Okay, because I was just trying to do some math here and I was a little confused.
At the gauntlet, Colonel explained their relationship to you.
Yeah.
I know, but
They treat him as a father figure.
yeah, I don't know, man.
what do you mean you don't
We
know?
also call Ma Dad. That doesn't mean
I've
like
never done that.
he's never called us like, "Hello, my daughter," because that would be weird.
Because
Please
it's,
don't do that.
Do it.
you don't do that, do you?
No.
Okay.
That's,
Do it.
that'd be
No.
no.
Do it, Mod.
No.
Mod, do it.
Why is Fisty back?
I'm gonna stick bird on you if you don't do it.
Oh.
No sanctuary is screaming at the freaking.
Okay, son.
Okay.
No, not me, you fucking jag.
I don't
I'm
know.
the same goddamn age as you.
With that in mind,
Oh, sorry.
No.
with that in mind, do you guys have a preference on how you'd like to travel?
Maud will at this point speak up and say, if at all possible, I'd like to, if we could rent a vehicle, instead of taking a cab or a bus or something, just because.
Get like a buggy or
Yeah,
something.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's, you just never know. You never know.
I'm down.
Last time we rented a bus, it did not go well for the bus.
Well, hopefully,
That is fair.
where'd you guys go last time? Hopefully, we're just going to town over.
I mean, yeah. We just, like, burned it down or something.
What? Why?
There was some shit that happened and we had to fucking take care of it.
Well, you're dealing with that homeless dude. I told you to leave him alone. Anyway, I'm down to rent. I got more change on my card.
You don't need to rent a vehicle for us. I mean, we have money.
Oh,
What?
It's
the
an
man?
NPC buying us stuff.
Just-
The
I've always
man.
wanted a sugar daddy.
We have a line that refreshes.
We have an NPC that gives us free things.
if you want to pay for it, I mean,
We don't. I don't want to pay.
I'm
for
just
it.
a franchise owner. I have money.
Mod can pay his portion.
No.
I'll let Glorious pay my portion.
If I'm not going to be the only one who doesn't pay his portion. That's disrespectful at that point.
You're the only one who does pay. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it makes us look like the asshole.
yeah, but I mean, if you want to be assholes, that's your prerogative.
I mean, we're
Whatever, we'll just let Glorious pay for it.
Yeah.
You guys, once again, using the indie method, are able to use your phone to locate a place.
Indie method.
That
Big brain.
charters out larger vehicles. In this town, there's not a designated, let's just like a rent a bus place. You would actually have to go to a place that charges up like a large bus, like a party bus or something.
Oh, hell yeah. There's stripper poles? Let's do it.
Roll a. Give me a perception check.
All of us, or
I
just
like the
Indy?
idea that all of us
Just
are.
you, Indy.
I like the idea that all of us are like standing there talking about like I wonder
Wanna
when
make
we can
an
get a
investigation.
bus.
And then he's just like,
And then he's just like, guys.
It's a funny story. Where the hell is my... Oh, it also fell out. Okay.
Yeah, do investigation.
Careful, my cord.
That's a 12.
Well, you're no car buyer. You take an assessment, and from your standpoint as a person getting sold to rent a bus, they all seem pretty much the same. So you grab one of the ones that he recommends, and sure enough, it's like a charter bus that would be rented out during like a forensics tournament on a Saturday. It's not a school bus, but it could be one.
Do they have DVD players?
Not this one.
God damn it.
It is. This isn't a big town.
I wanted to watch Love Actually.
It's got the seats are upholstered. It looks nice.
Kitty.
It's not like a used diaper. It's fully loaded.
Evidently not fully loaded.
I
At this
pop a
point-
squat.
Voltaire would bridge the gap he's been keeping from you guys at this time and join the group this summer.
What up, old hair?
I hope you're ready to get this quest underway.
Do you want to watch Love Actually with me?
I would love to finish this.
Well, it's gonna take us a while. Like we could watch it on the way.
What is your name, heretic?
What?
What is your name, heretic?
Chris.
May God forgive you, Chris.
So is that a no?
It is a no, Chris.
Sinner.
Does anyone else want to watch Love Actually with me?
Hell
I
yeah.
have it downloaded on my phone.
Let's do it.
I like.
why don't I just watch it on my tablet?
I like put my blanket over like 2 seats to
Make
make
like a
myself a
fort.
little fort. I just sit inside of it.
No way for Momo to get back
I
here.
peek my head over like Andy or Melody. Melody,
No boys allowed.
do you want to watch Love Actually with
No
us?
gnomes allowed.
Do you want to watch Love Actually with us?
Racist.
It's this really badass movie.
Badass.
I don't watch movies. I'm homeless.
You're not homeless.
You're right. I live in the sport.
Okay.
We're waiting on you.
Shit. So, the 8 of you make your way onto the bus at this time. And you begin a quest for the location. Who's driving?
I will.
Okay, Maud's driving. You get in this car, you put the gear, put it in gear, and you begin to navigate your way out of the roads of this town. Leaving the city limits, you begin your journey into the plains. And your next quest is laid out in front of you. Glorious, who gets comfortable in this seat way in the back, is like,
Man, I never thought I'd actually get to see Bright Speak in my lifetime. This is gonna be something else. One hell of a field trip.
What's in Bridespeak?
Well, I don't know if there's anything there anymore. It's just a big history town, a landmark for time, you know? It's not necessarily what's in it now, but I think people like it because what used to be there. Either way, we're gonna have our hands full dealing with whatever's there. I just hope that everyone's ready. Because ahead of us, we're raiding to the town of the breeding legend.
Sad. She's still with us.
Chapter 3.
That's
welcome
dope.
everybody.
Fuck yeah.
Awesome.
That was great, dude.
It's really cool to watch.
Oh, Andrew came up earlier and he was like, "Man, I went too hard."
That was so good.
I was like, "What does that
Sounds really cool.
mean?"
I love the animation of.
So you didn't get to see it. Yeah, I like that too.
Oh, whose mimosa is this? I thought it
That's
was
yours.
whose mimosa am I drinking? What the fuck? Alright, everybody, welcome to
Internet.
chapter 3.
Yeah.
We start off chapter 3 by all watching Love Actually together.
And you do that.
Yes.
You guys get your
The
fill
car
of,
has a DVD.
get your fill of rom-com, which is just everybody's cup of tea. I mean,
What season is it right
even
now?
even you feel the
Still summer.
piercing gaze of Uther from the back of the
Watching
bus,
Christmas movies and stuff.
peeking over the seat to catch a glimpse, but you can never catch him in time. You turn around, he's not there. You're like, damn, I knew he was watching. I just couldn't
Christ.
catch him. What was I thinking?
Fucking Cloudman again.
Hours pass.
I'm gonna try to sneak back and sit next to old hair.
Okay, you go back to Uther.
This is gonna be great.
Yeah. I'm like just doing it by like moving back one seat at a time and like waiting. Like how you like try to like approach like a wild animal, just a little bit at a time. Like gauge it, like you like bow to it like the hippogriff. It doesn't hurt you. So yeah, so I go and I like just slide in next to him. Hey, priest guy. Hi. Oh. I put my sunglasses
Speak.
back on.
Heretic.
I would be offended if it weren't true. I
Just
just.
unblinkingly staring at
I'm
you.
gonna not look at him 'cause I'm afraid.
As you hear us three crying over Love Actually.
It's so beautiful. I just. What's the rush of us having to do this today?
The sermon starts at noon. I wish to experience it before the time is up.
Okay, but what do you mean the time is up?
I will not miss another sermon.
Okay, so like, it happens every day at noon?
Yes.
Can we like drop you off and then swing back around tomorrow at noon for the next one?
You make lots of alterations to a deal you have not kept yet.
No, I understand. I'm just Can
How
I?
about this? You drop me off to the voice.
No, I don't want
Then-
to do that. Maybe I can tell you about what's going on, and then maybe you can like tell me if it's significant. So I had this friend, and he always was like listening to this radio, right? And then he like disappeared one
Radio
day.
is the art of the devil.
Okay, no, but hold on, just listen. It's really rude to interrupt people's stories when they're telling them. So he would always listen to this radio, right? And then he and then one day he just disappeared. And whenever I went to turn to the station he was listening to, it was like just static, just like kind of like the static we've been hearing when the voice is active. And when we went to Querto, are you still listening to me? Cool. And so when we went to Querto, where the voice was like super active, right? The radio started working again, and there was a lot of weird stuff coming out of it. And now it doesn't work because I lost a piece of the radio in Querto, and I really want to go get it to like see maybe.
What did you hear from this device?
I heard, like he's listening. Hold on. Like a voice. There was like a lot of voices, and then something said, "What are you waiting for? She's listening. Go ahead."
Was this the only voice that you heard during this?
The only one that I could discern.
Was there others?
Yes.
How many?
Unclear.
Few? Many?
Many.
Hundreds? Thousands? Several?
Unclear. Many. 100. A lot. I don't know. It happened really, really fast.
The voice speaks, and those who are graced by the gospel respond. You have acquired a conduit to those who have been graced.
Oh, okay. So we should probably fix the conduit, right? That feels important.
What you do is of your own accord. I will go to the voice today.
God damn it. What? Okay. Just like
He turns
you're,
back.
you're like
Yeah.
you're like really sold on this. Yeah.
What?
Gets up and walks
Yeah.
away.
Oh, I'm in between him and the aisle. He's
I
like,
fail to see what your question means for me. You are your
Wha-
own person. If you choose to unbelieve for another day, I will not.
I'm not.
resist
I've
with you.
only had one friend in my entire life, and he left me, so I'm not super prepared to lose the ones I have right now by going rogue.
Then you have answered your own question.
Yeah, I was just kind of hoping you would like throw me a bone and be like, "Oh, you have 24 hours. I'm gonna go and pray for a while. Come back with a super fancy conduit, and we can like listen to it, like a Backstreet Boys album,
He
or
doesn't respond.
or like Amazing Grace, or whatever you praise songs, or The Voice. I don't know. You said it's a conduit. That feels kind of important.
There are many conduits, just as there are the receivers that push the voice to those that listen. You simply have attained a gateway to the gospel.
Okay.
Am I hearing this from the front?
If you're driving, Altair's probably sitting in the way back, so you can make a perception check if you want.
Yeah, I'd like to chime in if I'm actually
Just hear
able
us
to
talking
like.
about the movie.
And they're just screaming about Love Actually right
Yeah.
behind you.
The cue card.
It's a 9.
9. You know they're talking, but
Okay, but I can't discern whether
it's
it's being quiet.
these guys are sobbing so loud. It's
Especially hostile.
It's really distracting.
Yeah.
I'm sad.
Just go, wait, Hustle, what's happening?
It's such a beautiful story. Shut the fuck
Damn
up.
it, I want to watch it too. I
Shut
should
the
have volunteered
fuck up,
the
man.
time.
It's beautiful.
I'm sure it is. I'm just jealous.
Oh, it's not that bad. But I think it's pretty.
He's
He's a big old
he's
sob.
standing in the aisle watching, just like
Altair, you've
with
never.
a smile on his face, but tears are going down.
And then I imagine Melody's just pissed drunk off the Keystone Lights on the side.
Indy.
You mean Indy?
Indy.
That one.
Hustle gets all
Was
the
that
girls
good?
confused.
Okay. Yep.
Altair, you haven't been to Bride's Peak before, right?
I have not.
Okay, so you like don't know how easy it would be for someone to just like wander in there and like find everybody else. Like it could just be like absolute hell when we walk in.
Perhaps. But no, this place is saturated with as much concentrated power that the voice contains. I
Yeah, that's why
can't
we have to wear
imagine-
those weird helmets.
I can't imagine anybody would be there alive.
So, and we're gonna walk into the place where nobody can be alive.
I have given you the tools to survive. Perhaps
Right.
you will recall.
No. I know the weird helmets. You're giving me conflicting advice. You're like, go do it. But then you're also like,
I have given
you
you
might die if
information
you're
of
alone.
your device. I have not faltered from my path.
Okay. I don't really like sitting near you, and you didn't make me feel very hopeful, so I'm gonna go closer to the crying people.
He doesn't respond.
Good talk.
He looks forward once again. Hands intertwined.
I lay on my back in the aisle, just stare at the ceiling.
As you travel, it's getting close to the top of the day. You've been traveling for a couple hours now. Around the 11-hour mark. Keep driving.
And that's Oklahoma roads for you.
Your
Honestly, for taking the turnpike.
van dies.
Oh, we're getting close.
In the middle of the drive here.
I
Come
was.
on, make a.
No, really though.
Are you
we're about
proficient
to
in
have
driving
a hotel.
vehicles?
Yeah, I am.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Make a broom check.
Check. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Yeah, as the car just shuts off out of nowhere, your mind goes into like a reflexive mode, and your limbs just swerve and hit the right levers, the machinations. Your foot clutches at the same time, and you, with the power steering down, you with all of your might at the same time, you keep the vehicle from just careening off the side of the road.
Cool.
And sure enough, comes to a stop on the side of the road. Everybody here, make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh boy, I love those.
Oh, goody.
It's not against the spell, right?
That's a
Oh,
nat
that's a-
20.
What the fuck?
From a nat 20 to a nat 1.
Oh, damn.
Do we have the helmets on?
No.
16.
Unless you specify, I don't think anybody specified.
I mean, I've been wearing the alpha hat this whole time, so no one does.
Yeah, no one would have it on.
Yeah.
I got an 11.
Rod does have a +4 to his wisdom save, so it is a 5, but it was a plus.
What did you
nat
get?
1.
What did you get, Mistress?
It's a wisdom save, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I got a 10.
10. Okay. What did you get, Melody?
16.
16. What'd you get?
I
Nat
lied,
20
but-
for a 25.
Did you guys both get a nat 20?
Mhm.
Oh, wow. Okay.
'Cause it's ladies' night.
You guys feel like the noise just go, and then it just cuts off just like that as you like clasp your hands to your head, and then you like push it off. But that static, that same buzzing that was in Palegrass and Millview and Puerto becomes readily apparent again, and it's twice as loud as it normally
Give me the
is.
bike helmet!
And you look over at your friends. Off to the side, you see Hostel, you see Mistress, and you see Maud with their mouths fully agape and their eyes just
God, I
rolling
hate
back in their heads.
Go try to shake them.
Yeah, can we get the helmets and just shove them on their heads?
Ember, as this static hits you here, you open your eyes. And you're in a white space.
Oh shit.
You have a dilapidated lever in front of you.
I hate this fucking lever.
And there's somebody next to you that has a lever in front of them as well. Kneel down by it. I'm looking up at it.
Is it old hair?
It's not. It's a silhouette. It is a blurred outline of a figure. You know they're humanoid, but all the other details are completely covered in this thick blanket of what looks to be visible static. And you look around you as well. The levers to your left and past them to the right. Everybody else is collapsed and laying unmoving, with their levers pulled. The individual looks next to you, stands up. A very short figure compared to you, looks up, puts a hand on your arm, pulls your lever. You're back in the real world.
I know, I was thinking.
Huh.
We come out in a daze.
Essentially, no time has passed since that happened. Everybody else is like, since that happened. But yeah, your friends are sitting there. Mistress, Melody, and Maud. Oh, no, not Melody. You're the one that failed it. Yeah, Hostel.
Hostel.
They're just absolutely in a state of issue.
Euphoria.
What do you do?
Let's put these helmets on.
Let's put the helmets on the children.
Put mine on
Glorious
first.
is the same as well.
Yeah,
Got
you
it.
always put your own on first.
Before you save everyone else.
And
You go and
then
just put the
others.
helmets on them.
No, we put them on ourselves.
Ours first.
And then
yeah,
we put it
theirs.
on them because you need to put your oxygen mask on yourself before you save
I'm just saying.
your baby.
I made it clear what I was wearing before this all happened.
Okay,
You put on the helmet.
fucking hell! I take off Hostel's hat. I slap him in the face, then I put on my own helmet.
You slap his body, which actually stirs him awake. He's like, and then you just see a trickle of blood coming from his ear.
Wonderful.
You
Take a point of
bitch!
psychic damage.
Do you
Hostel.
Take what?
is,
Psychic damage.
is your brain okay? I hope you're. Oh, are you fine?
What?
Are you fine?
Where's my hat?
Alright, so who's all putting on hats? You have 3 people still incapacitated.
Yeah, if
I'll go
somebody
get
would put
Maud.
one on me,
Okay.
that would be great.
I'll shove one on stupid Hostel. I'm keeping this, and I put the hat in my
I
pocket.
take it.
I will
this
fucking
point,
kill
I
you.
take it.
As you guys ration them back around, once you put it on the people that are afflicted, they essentially snap back out of it right away. And it's these completely opaque, like I said, they resemble kind of a Daft Punk mask, like one of the radio DJ would wear, but much less tacky, much more just a rounded silver ant head with a black visor over the face. You can't even see the faces of the people wearing these, like an alien, like an astronaut helmet. Putting them on, people afflicted, Maud, Glorious, Mistress immediately snap out of it once the headsets are applied. When you put the headsets on at first, it is immediately completely dark inside, like wearing the world's worst Ray-Bans. And then they quickly adjust, like staying in the dark for a couple minutes. But it's as if you weren't wearing anything anymore. Aside from the peripheries, you can tell like the edges of the lens. It's adjusted to you on the inside, although it's still completely opaque from the outside. You have these headsets on, and sure enough, the static can't be heard anymore. Voltaire, however, is doing fine.
Of course he is.
And has no helmet on, and he at this point is walking down the aisles of the bus
Yeah, it's just free balling it.
with his arms,
Free ball.
Just
Yeah.
embracing it.
and he leaves.
Okay, let's go
Wild-
follow
wild
the crazy
hair.
man.
I hate him.
Because remember, he only collected 7 helmets. He was fully prepared to go in without one. As Ulter makes his way out onto the bus, he spills out on the landscape here, and he points his head towards the direction where the town would be, although nothing is visible yet. The signal's that strong. He collapses onto his knees and holds his hand down. He's like, "My salvation. I can feel it from here. I grow stronger." You can see this faint, arcing electricity scaling down whites of his arms and up his neck,
Wow.
Definitely.
and then the whites of his eyes
These
are
are key to getting in.
beginning to light up. An iridescent, old, insane preacher then raises up. "What are you all waiting for? Come, the sermon awaits at noon."
I feel like we just brought the final boss to the arena.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to listen to this.
Is Voltaire doing this?
He's just completely different now. Dog! Holy
Naughty?
shit, naughty.
Oh,
You guys didn't think
jeez.
you could get rid of me that easily, did you?
I mean, yes, I literally killed you. It
You did.
was the best
Anyway.
day of my life.
Anyway,
Should we kill him, like, now?
I already said yes.
What do you
Oh, let's.
He seems like
I
super
think he's
bad.
our key to getting into where we're headed.
Yeah, I think that if we kill him now, it's. I mean,
We came for nothing.
yeah, because at the very least, he's gonna provide us some kind of a hint. I think of what we need to do to solve this problem, whether he wants to or not.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at your chain.
she says, "Okay, okay, okay."
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so traveling onwards at this point, you guys begin heading the direction to which the man leads, and he has his arms splayed out and walks like a really slow NPC, this motherfucker. But you begin the trek towards the north, where the skies seem to bleaken the closer you get. Like you're getting close to like an evil castle in a video game. Things are just getting
The skybox changes.
And then what appears to be some sort of accident appears over the horizon. Way in the distance you see rubble. Lots and lots of rubble.
Oh shit.
And as you pass over the next hill here, you realize it's not rubble, this is a town. This is a completely destroyed city in the distance. And as the full view of Bridespeak is earned to your vision at this point, you hear the static once again, even with the headsets on, just very faintly in the back of your ears. Nothing that's dangerous to you, but this technology, it wasn't made for this. It's a whole nother level. Voltaire, however, keeps walking, unflinching, as though he doesn't hear it at all. But sure enough,
You put a leash on him.
the town, Bridespeak, is in front of you.
Nice.
That
As
was
you
us.
guys begin to, mark your way into the dilapidated town here, it's more than a town that has been wounded from age. It is a town that has been wounded from attack as well. Whatever has occurred here during the years of its abandon is definitely not due to the actions of Voice. Whatever history this town has experienced has led to this, way before there was ever any current issues going on. You see buildings that are essentially toppled over with large, like, dinosaur-sized scrape marks ripping through the glass and the framework of the metalworking in some buildings. You see skeletons of deformed people that range in size from people just like you to the size of large vehicles, regular skeletons.
Spooky.
Everything here has this thick coat of dust and grime that's been seeped over it from time. The vehicles, the frameworks of the cars that are here are almost completely eaten away from rust. There's, within the broken streets and the cracked sidewalks, flows this dark brown water that has just been running its way through different frameworks of the city and picking up any sort of debris that it is applying on this travels downwards as it goes down and throughout. And you see it looks like the street has veins that they're just coursing this corruption,
I don't like it when the streets have veins.
this absolute sadness, this city that's just wanting to die, but it's still here. And at the same time, you feel like this is an achievement. You're able to come here. People mention this place as some sort of holy relic, the birthplace of the Red Angel legend, the events that occurred within these very city limits have sprung forward the movement that have granted the Sojin powers to many. To Legion, to people across the ocean, essentially the birth of the world could be held responsible by this town. But of course, that's just the stories. Looking in front of you, you see nothing but ruin, nothing but the death of the past. And it's like this for a while as you travel. You gaze at what you believed could have been a wooden tavern, but has been so essentially overgrown with wildlife that's died and overgrown again, died and overgrown again, that is just essentially a coating of bramble that grips these buildings, that have siphoned all the life out of the wood. The concrete buildings themselves are a breath away from dust. You feel like proximity near them is dangerous. I think it could collapse at any minute. And even past the static, you hear noise that sounds like howling in the distance from creatures. Not wolves, they're deeper, more afflicted. Something's running amok in this town, where people can no longer live.
Can I do any sort of like nature check or anything?
Make a nature check, yes. Either a nature check or a history check, whichever one.
History.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. Dirty 20. Which one did you pick?
History.
History. You know, essentially, from your research at the cabin, from all the different books you've gone through, you've heard about this town, you've seen it come up extensively, and whenever it talks about the monstrosities of the world, the creatures in which nature doesn't produce on its own, that have essentially escaped from testing facilities or mutations and whatnot, come from here.
Okay. So that would explain like all the huge skeletons and stuff like that.
You know, yeah.
Okay.
You also know they don't just arrive from the ground. There's a very specific location they come from in this town. It's a location called the Alcove. Ooh. It is a mile, like, I'm trying to think of, it's a massive pit, over a mile's radius each way around, that was carved out during some sort of conflict here back at the end of an age.
Okay.
That the creatures come from.
Okay.
All right.
I'll share that with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if maybe that's where all this started.
Well, it's not a bad place to start.
I'm guessing. Voltaire, do you know where you're going now that we're here, or?
I follow. The time is near.
Okay.
The closer I get, the more I can surrender.
That's nice, buddy. Okay, let's follow him.
Can someone please, like, stop me from talking to him again? Like, just every time he talks, I want to just shoot him in the face.
Yeah.
Jeez, don't talk to me.
Wait, did you get a gun?
Well, like, I have spells.
Oh,
Oh,
it's a firebolt him in the face.
I have spells too. I can use
Oh,
them.
hey, before we go deeper,
You gonna call Fuzzy again?
no, our stuff doesn't work.
I guess,
Over
yeah, I'll
that.
check my phone just to make sure that it's dead.
It's definitely not gonna work.
You pull it up. It's not even powered on at this point. It's so EMP'd out.
Is it
I
better?
kind of assumed so,
Yeah.
but
It's not working.
figured might as well check just to make sure.
You're hoping at this point none of your party members had pacemakers. It'd be really awkward.
Mod, you good?
Anything? You
Yeah,
have to be the one that have-
I'm wondering, does my hand continue to work like normal?
You know that your hand is powered off of your natural.
Off of like
Yeah.
Sojin / body energy.
From your natural energy is converted within the ring, and is
Mod's bod is
continually
powered by
generated via your natural Sojin abilities.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about that.
Cool.
No, I mean, I was gonna, like, do this on the bus before we, like, came in here, but then everybody, like, passed out, and then Hostel's hat, and it was just, like, a whole thing, and I kind of forgot. But, like, since who knows what's gonna happen here, I just thought maybe, like, we could take a second to just, like, I don't know, and, like, pull out the recorder. And I'm like, I only had this for a few minutes, so I'm not really, like, good at it.
Well, then just use
But-
the guitar then. No, wait.
Just let her practice.
So I, like, play, like, a little, like,
Hot cross buns.
shitty song
What a
that
pity
kind
to
of
think
sounds okay, I guess. And I'm like, yeah. So anyway, I guess I'm was really conflicted before because I felt like, I don't know, like I felt like I really needed to do this thing, but I also didn't want to leave you guys, and that was a really weird, kind of confusing situation for me because I've only really had one person in my life that I've cared about being separated from, and I've been separated from him for a really long time. And so the fact that even being around this total fucking weirdo over here isn't stopping me from, like, from, like, I would think that being around him would make me want to leave because he's terrible, but, like, being around you guys is better than being around him. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
I, like, take out another corn dog, I, like, eat some of it, even though it's, like, cold and terrible now. So I guess what I'm saying is if I never get my shit answered, it's better than you guys being here without me, because if something happened to you guys and I wasn't there, I literally don't know what I would do, because I mean, fucking look at us, like, we are some weird team. I mean, Hostle's got this, like, terrible flying frog, and he doesn't know the difference between a amphibian and a bird. I'm very concerned. Yeah, but somehow you're still this, like, one of the smartest people here, which is really terrifying. Mistress straight up said that she would kill us earlier, like, hurt us, and we just accepted that as okay. I mean, I personally haven't really had much of a family, but from looking at, like, Indy's family, I would think this is pretty fucking functional. And so I feel like that if anybody can, like, kick the voice's ass, worship him, it's definitely us. So, yeah. Go team.
I offer you all no points.
Shut up!
May God have mercy on your
You get
soul.
8 points.
That was
No
that
points
was
to rate your series if incomprehensible rambling than anything ever come close to it.
I really like the speech. It was like one of the more rambling ones that you've done. But I mean, you've done
It's very
like
rambling.
one every other session for the last year. So
Well, I was really hoping that like my recorder playing would count for some of it, but it didn't.
I didn't know that was what you were doing. I thought you were going to
No.
bardic inspiration them or something.
No, that'll last.
I
for
just
10
in my
minutes.
mind.
You can't do your instrument for your speech.
in my mind, like
Melody
Melody just yeah.
Your
In my
performance
mind,
check.
in my mind, what happened is that Melody stopped and we all stopped, and Voltaire just kept going, and she takes out this recorder, this
Voltaire
instrument,
definitely did not stop. For
Yeah,
you, so he
and-
kept going.
and Voltaire just and,
So he
and,
doesn't
like
get the hit points.
and like Melody just plays this instrument she's never played before and manages to get out like a single like riff. And then she puts it away and is like, anyway, here's some rambling.
Send a suggestion for what might have been played on the
Yeah.
recorder.
What did you play?
Secret chat.
Where was it? Is it the beams?
So
Oh, my
I'm
heart
sure
will
it's-
go on. Oh God.
It deserves to be in the meme.
Is this shitty fluted?
Oh, I love this version.
Yes.
I imagine that is exactly what Melody played for us.
No, she
I'm
needs to
dead.
practice. She's only had it for 5 minutes.
This is not a good time to practice.
No, I'm saying in general she needs to practice.
Yeah.
Kayla, if you want, I can teach you how to play My Heart Will Go On recorder, actually.
I don't want.
That'd be
to,
so cool.
but Okay, fine, teach me.
Would be pretty
Is it
cool.
hard?
Do you want to learn?
Andrew
Can we all
has
get recorded?
Andrew
or
has
just
like
someone
a
record
okay.
himself?
Andrew has like a better recorder that we can do.
It's not a recorder.
What is it?
It's a Vanova. It's
I have
more of
a
a saxophone than a
Vanova.
recorder.
I played the saxophone.
Every time they have a recorder lesson, they
Okay.
warm up first. When she's warming up, she hears Celine Dion's voice in her head going, "Hello,
It's me.
it's me."
That's Adele.
To the saxophone.
He once did what to a saxophone?
Although you're 1 year older.
Hello, makes sense.
I'm grabbing a Coke. Continue, please.
God is
Please
dead.
move on.
Oh, go on.
Anyway,
Okay, anyway, that's 8 hit points.
as you travel further north and catch up to Ulter, who has been on a constant NPC beeline, you notice that the cracked road that you're walking on this entire time begins to slope upwards, like it starts to incline up.
Great.
And you notice the terrain becoming much more like disrupted, disturbed during this. The buildings are almost entirely collapsed until eventually you see just a straight wall of debris that forms up several hundred yards, where the road spirals just up a vertical surface
Wow.
and then forks up into the air into a broken triangle. And at the very, very base of this, Voltaire stares upwards and stops.
Is this in the same direction as the, what do you call it? The alcove?
You can assume at this point it would be somewhere in this direction.
Okay.
Something has upset the terrain enough to push this much debris into a wall.
Okay.
And it's around this point you guys catch up to Ulter and he's like, "Listen, everyone.
What?
Listen.
Okay.
Listen, Linda.
Thanks, Bob.
For they are about to begin the final gospel." And sure enough, the air around you seems to kind of stiffen. You see, as Voltaire has his arms in the air during this period, you see the air around get hazier. Like the energy is permeated into the atmosphere
Can I turn around and like look at the town as this is happening just so I can see like,
everywhere. Yes. And you saw before, this was never been something that has affected normal wildlife. That was something tested with this. Birds could fly around the static before. We've seen birds and stuff land around in pale grass unaffected this time. At this point, you see birds begin to drop from the sky.
Great.
That's awesome. Your frog collapses as well.
bird.
hits the ground unconscious with its mouth agape and its tongue hanging, touching the ground.
Pick it up and put it in my pocket.
I think you're right, Hostel.
Everybody make a wisdom saving throw. This is a bit.
This is the bit.
Still not a spell.
Ooh, that's a sweet 6, mama.
Still not a
Sweet
spell.
6.
What did you get?
Still not a spell. Okay. 17.
17. What everybody get again?
12.
12.
That is
6.
That is a 7.
Oh,
Is that
my.
22?
7.
Hope you guys enjoyed my ramblings. Last one you're ever gonna hear.
You thought you were protected. You too. You thought you were safe. But this here, this
I did.
single moment, this gospel that Ulter's been talking about this time, it's occurring right now. The same as when you were in the church and everybody was listening. But now, you're right here where the source is. And it begins to ramp up, ramp up, ramp up. And as this is happening, you look around. You see the buildings begin to repair themselves. You see the road begin to straighten out. You see the plants receding back into the ground.
I feel like it's like.
You see the mist
Yeah.
fixing. It's brighter outside now. The sky is so bright. You feel happy. The two of you reduce your intelligence score by 1.
The two dumbest.
Yeah.
Is that everyone who like failed?
What did you get? What did you get, Mistress?
I also got a 6.
Mistress, it's the same for you.
Is this like permanent, or can I make this like a condition?
You don't know yet.
I don't like that.
You don't know
I
yet.
definitely don't want to fail.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in on a feature, so it'll be.
It's just a
I'll be able
single-
to easily
Just a
figure
single
out.
point. And you see these guys as you guys you guys clench the hats down and try to endure it. And sure enough, you're able to keep a semblance of the real world. But your friends, they look like they're staring in bliss at the world around them, watching this world become a much simpler place. And you feel like the mood is different now with them around. The aura of disturbance has left them.
I just grab Melody by the hand and just kind of like squeeze it and like kind of.
And you should notice it. But I mean, it's up to her how she reacts.
I don't know.
I squeeze your hand back and just smile,
But Ulter,
like half-lidded
his
eyes.
reaction is different. As his hands are in the ears, the people who aren't in front of him see his ears, a river of blood
Oh, fuck.
raining
That
down
genuinely fucked my intelligence worse.
Yeah.
as you go up to the angle in front of him here. You see
Never mind.
the tears rolling down his face are also thick red. Out the corners of his mouth, his nose spilling over his lips. His eyes are bloodshot as he stares and he's laughing maniacally into the sky.
Man, whose idea was this?
Yes.
This is a good idea.
My friends, I'll see you soon.
Why are you laughing
I
for
don't
know
bleeding
about
so
you guys.
much?
I don't know about you guys, but I love it here.
God, we should.
Oh, you took a nap.
Oh boy.
Can I do
Ulter
a-
collapses.
I run up and gentle repose him.
You gentle repose
If he's
him?
a corpse.
I mean, you would do a medicine check.
Okay, I'm gonna do this.
Gentle repose. He's like, ow.
Don't bother him. He's sleeping.
Oh, Mod. You're next, buddy. That's a 7.
Everybody's getting fucking
I'll do
gentle
it
repose.
too.
Okay, it's like with everything that's
I'll
going on right now,
assist.
it's a very much a panic check here. But the two of you rush over to it. Well, you're not getting quite the beat on it here.
I
I
only
think
got an
I'd
8.
seen a dead
Only
body
an 8?
before, but
I like roll his ankle, see if that helps.
He is. You can tell he's completely limp and unresponsive.
Mm.
He's not doing anything,
He seems
and
very
he is
relaxed.
continuously bleeding from every orifice on his face.
Oh, he dead.
I'll take a
not
medicine.
dead, right?
And well, you can even tell with that, he's not moving, even for
Bye.
breathing. He's not breathing.
I don't think he's doing okay. That's not
Should I do
the
it or
thing
not?
that people normally do.
I
You can,
wouldn't.
maybe you
Because
shouldn't
what
be
level of spell
healing.
is it?
He
Well, I
was
can-
he was kind of a
It's
dick
not
bag, to be honest.
Well, he was, but I mean,
I just-
I don't know. He
I have a
seems
feeling
like he's
we're
doing
not gonna
bad.
get too much,
I mean, he has like
over
strawberry
resting.
sauce coming out of his eyes. I don't really
You do
know.
have-
It,
I just
it seems like his.
You still know what blood
It
is.
se- I
Come
know.
on.
I'm just saying, like that's what it looks like. It looks like his brain is liquefied and coming out of his eyes
just-
and nose and
A roll
mouth
for
and
Glorious.
ears.
Since he's
Oh,
Glorious!
no!
No, no, no.
He passed. Okay.
Glorious, you big lug.
Glorious is dead?
No.
I run over and open the helmet real fast. Pranked! You got pranked!
His head goes a total recall in his eye. This is very serious, though.
It's a good movie.
This is very
Yes.
Anyway, Voltaire, as far as you can tell, he's not breathing.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna gentle.
You gentle repose him. Is it okay? With that, the spell would take effect.
Okay.
And he just lay there.
I'm so glad we brought him here to
I
die.
don't know what else to do.
He was literally itching to get in here just to die.
He was so excited.
I
What
mean,
does that mean,
He
though?
could have waited 24 hours. I'm just
He
saying.
just told us he'd see us again soon and died.
He probably means he will be after.
Maybe he. No, he thinks we're heretics. He definitely doesn't think we're going to his afterlife.
I mean, I see Indy in my dreams sometimes. Maybe that's what he means.
Do we keep going? I think we just need to keep
You
going.
could literally be as pretty as you
Let's
want,
go,
and it would be
kittens. Come
justified.
on, and then we'll try to.
I don't
We're
know.
gonna
what- I
navigate
don't know
up to
what
the
you
thing.
mean.
We're gonna go up to the thing.
I mean, you
From
can
there, the static ceases.
Which are fucking
And
idiots.
the mist in the
Out
sky,
of your
this
fucking
thick
hippies.
air, it subsides. And you're safe for another day.
Alright, we have
For another
24
day.
hours before that shit happens again, I think. So we need to get in and get out as
Okay,
fast
so
as
I'm
we
a
can.
little unclear. What exactly are we doing here?
Like destroying everything.
We gotta go find this voice.
Okay, but our guide to the voice is a freaking corpse.
Well, we just gotta go looking.
I mean,
Okay.
this is in the direction of the
Investigation.
Okay.
Natural 20. Which for me
What were you investigating?
is
An 18 now,
Um,
right?
a 19 because I'm a
Okay.
bard. I'm looking around to see if there's anything that could potentially look like it seems sus for the voice. Like, is there like a sign that says this way
Anybody
to
here
the
wants
voice?
to? Is anybody here
They're like-
proficient in history?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever's proficient in history, make a history check for
Cool.
me.
I think you have a plus one more than I do. Let me see what it is.
22.
9.
17.
You
24.
okay?
Nice.
Sheepy son of a bitch.
Okay, mistress.
Ember, you've definitely heard about all the folklore that comes from this town, and you knew especially about the monstrosities and why they come out. They're not just appearing from a mysterious portal here. Whenever that hole was created, it cut through something, a facility, something underground. And you know, that's essentially what released these creatures. Mistress and Hostel know that the facility that was run by a figurehead that ran during the Hallow Age, an age far before Sojin was even a factor around here, back when the world was governed by a central body that kind of worked from the shadows and throttled technology and overall the growth of intelligence for the humankind. A civilization known as Redwire. And
Redwire?
yeah, they built facilities like these, massive facilities, like
I'm
cities,
I'm
facilities the size of states, underground,
Wow.
beneath small cities, and Bride's Peak was one of those. Your best pet? Probably not a good idea to look on the surface. There's got to be an entrance somewhere.
Okay, so can my investigation be to look for that entrance?
You got a pretty good investigation check here, and so your immediate.
I'm like, look, here's a trapdoor.
Another hatch.
convenient.
Great.
Wow.
I do also want you to give me an athletics check, Melody, because during your surgery here, you do end up sprawling up the
I
top
can
of this
do
rubble
that.
heap here.
13.
15. It takes a piece of one of those freaking red rusty poles. What is the rhubarb? Not rhubarb.
Rebar.
That's fruit. Is it rhubarb?
Rebar.
I was
Yeah, rebar.
A piece of rhubarb.
That's weird.
Continuously like jabs into your stomach as you're
Ah!
climbing up here, and you grab into loose gravel that just kind of gnarl up your fingertips as you go
This
up
place
here.
is supposed to be great.
But eventually you get this foothold up here where it kind of, the road folds over the top here, and it's like you're standing on the world's saddest, deadest mountain as you look out.
I'm in charge.
the world's largest pit. You essentially just see a cookie cutter slice, like a laser beam shot through the planet,
I don't have it written.
going out in front of you here.
Okay.
Wow.
Staring down into the pit, you see goes down way farther than the light brings it, but right before the breach, before the light's able to cut off any further side of that, sure enough, you see portions of man-made facility that have been cut into here. There's an entrance somewhere. This probably isn't the best one, but you're in the right place.
So I'm standing up like, like hands on my hips, like leg up. I'm like, guys, I found the way in.
It's pretty tall. It's a couple 100 meters up. You took about half an hour. You took about half an hour to climb.
Guys!
And anybody else could
I'm gonna message.
climb up if they want to.
Into everyone's head. I found the way in. I found the way in. I found the way in. I found the way in.
Is there a door all the way up there?
Okay. It's around this time. If you guys,
She just does
if you
it
want to
with-
take a short break, if you guys want to get up, walk around for a bit, take a drink.
Meta is I know that we're taking a break. I just have a general question about the pit. So is it like you mentioned that it's like a as if a big laser like shot straight through the earth? Is it going like straight down or like an angle?
It's one of those situations where like it looks like it's like a moon crater where like everything kind of like bowls upwards,
Okay.
but like in the middle, it's straight down.
Okay.
Like something
So, like-
right above it, just kind of cut into it.
Okay. So like so
I could
it's
cast it twice.
Okay, I see.
need two of my first level spells.
I will stretch my legs for a bit.
Mistress and
I'm not wearing thick enough socks for my new boots.
Mistress Ember and Hostel know how this pit was created. There was essentially an invasion that occurred during the Vacant Age, the age after the Hallowed Age. Once this government facility was essentially overthrown.
Okay.
Essentially, a group of unknown invaders brought like a leviathan into the sky, where it
Christ.
tried to eat the town.
This
Hell
is
yeah.
normal.
And this was the result of that.
Jesus.
Actually, well, we'll wait till everyone's back. I'm gonna go pee. Do you have a soda pop I could steal?
I have Coke and Dr. Pepper. You got a preference?
Dr. Pepper. All of those.
Yeah, you take it. You don't take it. What?
I'm just
Oh,
sticking my
I was like,
$5
did you need-
whatever.
You'll need me.
This seems like the right thing to do.
Mouse rat, I failed in the pit.
You fell
You
in
failed.
the pit. We all fell in the pit.
Yeah.
Amy!
Huh?
Sometimes she just says your name as she's walking around the house. It's very jarring.
Am I supposed to come with you?
She's just going, Emmy! Like a fucking broken it.
That's me.
I hear him singing it.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Huh?
I don't have to work tomorrow.
Tomorrow is
Nice.
Friday.
Nice.
Don't have to brag, but okay.
Oh yeah.
Like, I never have to work on Fridays, but, like, it's still a pleasant surprise.
It's nice when you
every
remember.
Thursday evening.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, it's worth noting that, like, I ordered some food, like, 30 minutes ago,
Okay.
and I ordered it from Taco Bell via Grubhub, and this guy has been at the Taco Bell for, like, the last 15 minutes. So I'm
Probably just
not
eating your
sure.
Taco Bell. Probably got food before he just. What are you doing? No, don't plug that in.
What's
that
this
sounds
do?
It charges my my leg tracker. So if you plug that in, it's just going to continuously charge it.
Good.
But I'm not using it because I don't want it to do it.
But what if it needs
Even
charge?
if I was
It doesn't.
I don't think they would be willing to spend more than like 10 minutes at a Taco Bell.
I know. That much negativity, man.
You fell.
Okay. So order some food. Something cheap.
Something you should have cars on. Get the dash patch. Are you hungry? Adam?
I'm gonna need to step away when it arrives, but I won't take him on. We
Okay.
can go upstairs and grab Taco Bell.
Just let me know when you do.
Just really wish I had someone to cover my mouth tonight. I love how I have most of my friends' address saved on DoorDash. Because I'm at other people's places' houses and just order stuff.
Rides are done in an hour.
I have your parents. I have Dylan's house. I have Earl's house. I have Jesse's house. This house. Our house. That's true.
I mean, you can get rid
Sustained me as well.
It's one of those situations again where my wife goes up to boil hot cocoa.
That was the funniest thing.
So mad.
She's just popping
I'm
popcorn.
gonna drink, goes upstairs, here's boiled.
It was pretty funny, honestly.
She just starts cooking the freaking steak.
What the frick?
Quickly starts making
Fires up
spaghetti.
the grill.
You hear like 10 minutes pass, and all of a sudden you hear the sound
Alright,
of
it's
foil.
slow cooking.
You hear the sound of foil crackling. She's making fried chicken.
She's at
From
Olive
scratch.
Garden.
Leaves the house to
She's-
go to the store to get groceries to make something.
I'll be right back.
Just gonna make a quick trip.
I gotta go start up the charcoal real fast. It'll take just a little bit. Like this is a quick 3 hours.
We're running to mom's house.
She goes out for groceries and comes back with like a couple gallons of milk, and she's like, "Just a second, I'm gonna make some cheese."
So I'm gonna freaking make some cheddar here. I'm gonna start aging this wine. And you can...
She's just making popcorn for being mean.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
I'm just gonna get a banana.
DoorDash done.
You ordering food? Should ask you to order me something. I'm kind of hungry.
Fine, I'll get 2 bananas, Kyle.
What's up, sheep?
My initial estimate on when the food would arrive was between 8:56 and 9:06. I
Oh.
just got an update to it saying my order has been delayed and the new estimated delivery time is between 9:36 and 9:46.
Oh,
my
jeez.
god.
It's a half-hour delay.
It's gonna be another goddamn hour to wait for my Taco Bell, and the guy is already at Taco Bell.
What the hell?
It's like he showed up, the Taco Bell is literally on fire. He's
I've-
dragging somebody out of the Taco.
I just like the picture of the crazy anime quest that's going on there at this time. Like there's they're holding the place up and yeah,
He's just like, can I just deliver this?
Spider-Man's there and everything.
I've been through the Taco Bell drive multiple times where I get to the speaker and they say, "Hey, it's gonna be a 45-minute wait. Is that okay?"
Woo!
Oh no!
Hey, they're
The popcorn!
You
She
okay?
spilt the popcorn.
Yeah, no,
Like half the bowl.
I hit my bruise on the back of my leg.
Oh no!
And I was like, ow, and I moved and then slipped on me.
Oh.
No, I'm gonna go put this shit down, then I will clean it. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Also has a bookmark in there I made for you.
Taco Bell drive-through multiple times in an hour.
Oh no! I was just saying there have been multiple times where I go through a Taco Bell and and they say, hey, it's going to be a 45-minute wait, is that okay? And I'm like, not really.
I've never been quoted anything like that at a Taco
It was
Bell.
wild, and it's happened like twice.
In what world would that be okay?
And both times it was at the West Street location.
One time we went to a 24-hour Burger King, sat there for 5 minutes, and then a voice came on and said, hey, our night shift didn't show up, so we're leaving.
They were like,
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no, they
you
were like,
guys have a
Then
good
we were like,
night.
we're minors, so we're not
yeah,
allowed
they're like,
to
we
stay.
legally can't stay here anymore, so we're closing.
Oh, that's great.
Don't worry, Kyle. I'm getting you exactly what I got from DoorDash.
No, you're good.
1 banana.
Yeah, you're fine.
You
Why'd
can
you
buy-
DoorDash 1 banana?
You can buy single bananas on DoorDash now.
Where
That's
do they
really-
get them from? They go to Walmart or something?
Just says Dash Mart.
Yeah.
Don't even know what that means.
Just let me know how much I owe you for the banana.
39 cents.
Were they 59 cents in Quick Shop?
Shit, man, I'm getting one.
What?
Bananas.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was a convenience store, and DoorDash is significantly less.
I know that. Yeah.
Who's messaging? Oh no. It's my mom.
Ma'am!
Oh no, the ice cream machine is broken. Like I doesn't even have the text. Everyone just
You
knows.
already know.
That's all
I'm
I
sorry,
make.
sir, but the McFlurry machine is
Okay, okay. Is everyone here?
No.
What do you mean no?
We need our 2 bananas.
Why you gonna need
They're on their way.
I didn't actually get them, so
Only
don't be
if
expecting
it's not
that.
I figured you were joking.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
yes.
bananas
Look
are
at
I'm
us.
going to have a stroke. At the top of the rubble, Melody, make a perception check.
6.
6.
Look at a great view.
From somewhere in the distance, over the pit, you can't necessarily tell how far away it is. You see a flock of, what you can only assume is birds flying out of the pit. And they begin to encircle each other like this ring at the top of a volcanic caldera and disperse outward like a cloud of smoke.
Hey, Hostel.
Yeah?
You're the bird expert, right?
Yeah.
Come here.
So I.
Make an athletics check if you're going up there.
For him, it's like
Um,
400.
Is there a way to get to where you are without climbing straight up this big ass wall?
I'm gonna be honest. I have no fucking idea.
Can you like just look around and see?
Can you just have Glorious like throw you up there?
It's like 100 feet
I can't
up.
fly!
Oh, fuck. Okay, fine.
All these birds came out of this hole and they started doing like this. What do you think that means?
Oh yeah, they're Olympic competitors.
Oh, okay.
Did
Yeah.
you climb up there? Oh, you just
I
ducked
guess I
shit?
climb up there.
Yeah.
God damn it.
What did you do?
With athletics?
Yeah.
He probably
Can
does
it be
really
a history
well.
check?
Oh.
Are you trying to like help him?
Oh, bub. I died, I think.
What'd you get?
I got a 2.
No, you get about a quarter of the way up there and you're like, I can't, I'm too small for this. This isn't a normal person's
Alright,
height.
yeah, I'm climbing
I
down.
saw you coming.
No, that's way too fucking high. Do you have rope?
What, are you scared?
Dude, I'm like 4 feet tall.
Ah, you're short. I probably have rope. Let's see, do I have rope?
I think we should all have rope.
Everyone that's below, make a perception check.
The wanted poster. Will that help?
Cool. That's a 6.
6.
15.
No, me too?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. That's
And
it.
can I also do like some sort of check with these birds to see?
You haven't seen them yet. Is the thing.
Bird check.
You would have to have been
I
up
mean, I
there to
explained
see.
it.
It's a 13 for Mop.
You just saw birds in the distance. Nothing more.
I'm gonna
Your
stop
perception check
watching
is
the world.
garbage.
Oh, you want this?
They're flying.
Hey, how's a nat 1 treating me?
Okay, so what'd you get?
13.
13. What'd you get, Ember?
6.
6. So you two.
as these guys are bickering amongst themselves.
Okay.
Which two?
Ember, oh no, sorry, Maud and Indy.
Hey.
You guys are bickering as they're bickering amongst themselves here. You hear just ever so audibly coming from over in the pit's direction, just a series of
This is normal.
from the sky above
Huh?
it. Just very faintly.
Does anyone else hear ghosts?
It sounds
Yeah.
like howling, like moaning.
Zombies.
You want to hear cows?
Should we go check it out?
Which directions are coming
Indy, your mom's here.
from? Burn.
It's around this point. Large shadow just kind of wipes across the ground from you guys.
Whoa.
Look up.
Maud looks up.
Massive reptilian black creature. Way in the sky, flies about.
It's toothless.
Can I make a nature check?
Yeah.
We all agree this is a really bad idea.
Hang on, let me check my nature.
We all need to get up.
I'm not either. Oh shit, I'm a -2.
Andy, what's your nature?
That's a good question.
That's a 6.
6. Oh, that's not a bird.
Plus that.
Maud says that's a bird.
I said that's not a bird.
Yeah, Maud's dumb.
But Maud's
That's all you know, though.
Yeah.
I also rolled for nature.
What'd you get?
I got 13.
13. As this creature flaps over, for a moment, you swear to God that was a dragon. But no, as you looked up at its head and the formation of its wings and just that aura that was kind of filtering around at the time, its head was more bestial, more deformed, more monstrous than anything reptilian would be. Its limbs were muscular and unproportionate. This is something else, something more monstrous.
Don't like it.
But as it flies over the distance here, let's circle back around. Oh shit! Fly in this direction. Is
Guys, we
everybody
should
good?
I'll
leave.
hide.
Yeah, hide. Make a stealth check if you're hiding.
Great. This is gonna go.
Is
You're
there
still
any?
at the top of the. You're still at the top of the mountain.
Is there any rubble I can hide under?
You'd have to. You're basically standing like on top of a bird's eye view right now. You'd have to. You could try to sink into some of the rubble that's nearby if you want to.
That's a 4
Make
for
it.
stealth.
4.
That's a 5 for me.
What happens if I try to like run down this hill and hide somewhere?
You'd probably fall straight down. I don't think you can run down that hill.
I'm gonna cast mage armor on myself. Right now.
You are.
Yep.
Okay. You guys tuck into the alleyways here. As Maud and Ember are trying to like scurry away and get there, they pile into like the thinnest alleyway they could as these buildings are kind of like tilted lopsided and crushing towards each other. You're just trying to get into the crack that the two of them never created here, but you're spending so much time trying to get in there that you feel like it's worthless at this point. And once again you hear the shadow flies back over the caldera. What did you get, Melanie?
Oh, I didn't do it. I didn't know.
I said make a stealth
Oh,
check.
I didn't either.
Oh yeah, what are you guys? You guys
Wow.
not just standing there.
They just stood there not even looking.
I know you don't have to.
17.
17. Yeah, you managed to find a nice little pocket.
10.
So I rolled.
I am a rock.
But I don't think I want it to be stealth. I want it to like look at it and see if I can do like nature or something on it. Like
Okay.
see if it like if I can like gather like if it means harm to us or if it's just kind of like
Gather its
around.
intent.
Okay, just make an
I
intelligence
got
check for me. Then.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
That's 21.
21. As you watch it once again fly back around the other direction here, you see its head, this monstrous head, just kind of swinging back and forth as it flies here, and it's not focusing on you guys. It's looking for something, but can't quite get a pin on you guys. It flies back over into the caldera.
I as we don't make too much of a.
I rolled a 2 on his perception, so.
One.
God.
I am a rock.
Melody, where are you?
All you're not saying is I'm
I hear you, but I can't see you.
a rock.
No.
Which one?
Oh, I wish I could start a message.
I need to watch that again.
Because I
Watch
want
that, sorry.
to ask
Bugs
Melody
Life.
if there's a way that we could get around without having to.
I genuinely don't know. I'm an absolute idiot.
But like, okay.
When I say I'm a rock, like
Melody knows what
even
she's
up
about.
here, I'm a rock.
Rocks for brains.
But like you could have like looked around.
Okay, when I look, when my perception is
Just
shit.
a boulder. She's a rock.
I just forgot still have my bonus D20 that I never used last session.
Oh, nice. Should you use that on yourself?
Should we?
I'm just kidding.
Should we climb up then? I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
You're
try
going
again.
up.
You and Glorious can just backpack.
Oh, I can carry someone if you want.
Yeah,
Carry
go
We're
ahead.
small people. Yeah.
He goes over.
I want to say
Slither
Mistress
his back.
backpack you.
I'd like to before I climb up. I want to like take a look around, see if I can find maybe any other sort of alternate entrance or.
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
They're trying to get into freaking Mines of Moria.
Oh, nice.
Mine's
That
too.
is 17.
17.
And,
As you're like, this can't be a way. We can't just jump into a big death pit. You begin to look around and seeing if there's anything
Can't be done.
differentiating the area around. If anything's not just a collapsed
I
building.
will live.
And then you just by chance look in the right direction. You look down the sidewalk here and you see a trail of blood. Fresh blood. Recent blood. Not from any of you.
And it's not from Voltaire. Voltaire is still on.
Voltaire is
What?
dead on the other side of the street.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's
We're just gonna leave him.
I say, hey guys,
Huh?
are any of you bleeding?
Oh?
No?
Am I bleeding?
Then whose blood is this?
Oh shit.
can I look at it and like maybe do a check to see if it's disappearing or anything?
Ooh,
fuck.
good call.
come over here and do an Arcana check.
21.
21. As you hobble over to it here, and you get a smear of it here, and you examine it here for magical properties, and you've dealt with the vanishing blood before. This is completely stationary. It's not disappearing.
Cool.
But it is very fresh. Like it had to. Well, I say very fresh. It had to have been. It's fresh enough to not be like dried up here. It had to have been at some point in the day that this happened.
Okay.
Is there like a trail or anything? Or is it just like, it's like just a
Maud would
small
notice there
area?
is a trail, yeah.
Okay.
Going back that way across the street again.
I'll just start to follow it.
I want to speak just as loud as Melody can hear me, so I don't like yell. I just say, jump.
What?
Jump this way.
All done. Where's his voice?
You just jump off the ravine.
That's what he
You're
said.
gonna keyleth, okay?
I'm
Get the
gonna,
dice
and I'll
out.
cast Featherfall as she gets like
Okay.
30 feet from the ground, so
Nice.
like she's not just falling really slow for 100 yards. I'm gonna wait till she's like 30, 40
As
feet
you
down.
leap off the rubble. I'm laying back on the ground.
Hey, that was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Isn't magic fun?
Featherfall's level 1, right?
Following, you see these
Very
splatters that are distance out every like
Spell slots.
30 yards or so. Like you have to actually go look for them. It's not like someone was just crawling and leaving this trail behind. It looks like they've been dropping down as this whoever has been here recently has been trying to travel in a direction here. But you begin tracking it. Are you leading the track? If you are,
Yeah.
make a survival check
Oh, good.
to track this.
Can I do a help action to like?
Are you
cast in
proficient in
advance?
survival?
No.
Are you indeed?
It'll be 16.
16.
Yeah.
No, I think
Good
it's
enough.
mainly nature.
Proficient in survival.
Despite this, Maud seems to have a pretty good beat on this, and if you guys would be able to follow him along here, you would. As this coast back down the main street you guys took to get here and whatnot, you once again hear the echoes of the different monsters. And by the way, Bird did get back up again after this.
Sweet. I put him back on his little leash.
Like, he was just stunned. You wouldn't have
Yeah, I like to think I just have this little leash that I just like walk around with. When I'm tired of holding it, I just tie it onto my belt and he can just fly.
Like a balloon.
Like in Shrek.
Tie it onto my wrist.
Yeah, exactly like in Shrek. That's what I was thinking.
You, sure enough, begin traveling this now, and then it gets to this this ruined intersection where it forks off to the left. And as you're traveling on, it gets from like the splatters from every 30 feet or so to every, let's say every 20 yards, every 10 yards, and they're in bigger quantities. Like the bleeding is quickening. The figure is wounded and trying to escape something. And you continue down the streets, you follow the curves and the bends and whatnot, until eventually it breaks off to this dried up river with this ruined bridge. You guys would be able to essentially, that's where like the last blood drip would stop as it's leading up to the bridge here. And at the very edge of where the stonework of it would have caved in and fallen into the dried up bed is a figure lying face down on the ground, unmoving, just right where the break is. Like they got there, saw the bridge was down, and then gave up.
Who is it?
I mean, you guys are still a ways away. You guys
I run up to it.
Yeah.
are fully able to go up and investigate if you want.
I run and try to beat hostile, like we're racing.
I'm also running over there.
I cast haste.
I
myself.
love
I'm just
power
kidding.
walk.
I'll
You want
keep
investigation?
Are you running up to it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me an investigation.
I kind of want to do a medicine check on
20.
my end.
20. Getting up to it here, there's some things that strike you as well. This is a female figure here, and it's not human. You see the hands have a lining of fur around them as well, and the clothing that they had are what seems to be like tattered up work uniform that this figure was in. It's some form of folly folk, but they have a headset just like you guys that has a smashed face. The face is splintered and cracked, and chunks of the glass are missing out of it that have ultimately led to the compromising of this device's ability to keep the user safe. And you see dripping like out from the helmet, just blood down the necks. You know, like pool that had pooled up there. It's no longer bleeding anymore. This figure's been dead for a little bit now,
Is there? I'm looking at my features to see.
or at least just unmoving, yeah, and just completely with the head, with the helmet still on.
I'm just wondering if there's a way that I could repair this helmet somehow.
You probably need tinker tools or some other kit that would possibly be able to repair it. But you're not entitled. You'd have to spend some time with this
Okay.
because you're not necessarily sure how they kept the static from affecting these helmets. You'd have to take some time to study it, but it would definitely aid you to have it. And as everyone, Glorious follows up behind you guys, just completely taken aback, following everybody. Is the figure there? Do you take the headset off?
I'll ask. Do you guys mind if I take some time to work with this headset and see if I can do something with it? I don't think we can do anything to help this person, but if we have a working extra headset, we might be able to help someone else.
I mean, the headset is what's keeping us from bleeding out our face, right?
Yeah.
Are we sure they're dead?
I mean, isn't the
He
headset
looks
like
pretty
super
dead.
broke?
It's shattered.
That's what-
I kick the body a little bit.
Yeah.
You kick the body.
Just a little bit.
As it does, its hand flops out here and it's gripping something tight in its hand.
Ooh, I'm gonna grab it.
Grab it.
Try to peel its fingers apart.
Ooh.
Okay.
You have. Let me see those furry
You
fingers.
take the helmet as well?
Yeah.
You pull the headset off here, and sure enough, it's this really young, it has to be a teenage tabaxi girl, just with ripped up work uniform on, And as you pull the mask off, it's almost hard because the face is so swollen.
Blech.
You see its eyes are sealed shut, the eyes swollen with a mixture of tears and blood coming from them here. You see the throat engorged, almost the size, like fully equaling the head to the neck as well, with the veins bulging out. And just this absolutely melancholy figure of some girl who met their fate here rather recently too.
Okay.
What's in her little paw?
It is
Little paw.
a small piece of paper.
What's it say?
It has 8 names written on it.
Okay, wait.
I'm sending them to you.
Oh.
What kind of check do you want me to make with this?
Oh, he's so fast.
Okay. It's like
I had it.
it.
I just had to copy it.
Like you had notes or something.
Yeah, it's almost like I prepared this.
I found something.
I see that.
Am I still smart enough to read with a second
Yeah.
intelligence?
Yeah,
Okay,
you're
I'm just saying. That's almost grog level. I mean, that is grog level as far as mine is.
You're
average humans are
definitely
80.
more blissful now.
Okay, this is a bunch of names.
Okay.
Holla if any of them sound familiar. Carly Cambridge, Derek Hest, Moira Lawton, Chloe Panopoulos, Sean Brierling, York Britton, Felicity Young, Celeste Watson.
Isn't Felicity Young an old actress?
No.
Do you want me? Can I do history?
Yeah, make history
Makes
checks.
sense.
I mean, my only friends are you guys, so I
I'm
definitely
freaking
need
killing
to-
it with these like proficiency rolls. If it's something I'm
Now
not
if you could
proficient
only,
in,
now
it
if you could only
sucks.
climb a hill.
24.
You're taking all these names, you're scanning them, and you're throwing them back into the different books you've read. If these have any significance, figures, figureheads, people of political importance that this could possibly be referencing to. Nothing.
Okay.
These are random names.
I'm gonna do the same. Never mind.
Is the
I do want to tell you, Kayla,
yes.
one of the names is circled
Which one?
with like readily put. The 4th name down, the one that reads Chloe Panopoulos.
Ooh. Is does the tabaxi have any kind of identification on her? I was gonna be an asshole and ask if she had
you
a
can-
collar, but
I have something I'd like to try.
okay. Oh, you're gonna do your talk with dead?
Yep.
Ooh. Is that gonna work on your tablet here?
Oh, fuck.
Just saying. I mean, maybe because it's like magic, you can try.
I'll pull out my tablet and take
Okay.
a look.
But that's just
All
like
right.
a thought.
Does it work at all?
Yeah.
Is it on?
No, your tablet.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Motherfucker.
All
I was like,
these-
ooh, I could be useful.
No. Okay. Now I can't cripple the wizards here. The tablets don't run on electricity. They're
Because that is my
because
spell
they
book.
fuse to you. They're Sojin you.
Okay.
They run on Sojin.
But you can't
Okay.
Google anything.
Yeah, you can't.
That's
You can't
fine.
look up shit. There's no
That's
internet.
fine. But it has my spells on it. Okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna take your
I
spell
was
book
like,
away
damn
from
it!
you.
I'll change
Well,
out my spell then.
I do want
That would be so cruel.
to. Lucky wizards! I'm not gonna love your intelligence, but I'm gonna take your magic. You better multi-class. You multi-class. All right. Anyway.
Not
Multi-class into barbarian.
Okay.
Actually, not gonna Yeah.
So-
Barbarian wizard.
Okay, and during this, all this time, you guys are all gathered around here.
And I'm working on the helmet.
Glorious just standing off to the side, just with his big dumb helmet on, just standing there watching everything happen.
Glorious, do these sound familiar? Do these names sound familiar to you?
Glorious doesn't respond.
Glorious?
He's just
Glorious.
Focusing.
He's napping.
I'm gonna message him inside of his head. Glorious, are you okay? You can reply to this message.
he doesn't. You cast a spell?
I
Yeah.
think Glorious is dead.
I'll use one of my level
I'm gonna do insight to see if he's dead. 22, is he dead?
He's definitely breathing. He's moving. He's just standing there, focused on what's happening here, just very overwhelmed. But you can't tell what his face is because of the damn mask. It's just a figure standing there.
Glorious
cast
is
the spell?
emotionally dead.
Okay. As you pull up the list of names here, you see one name in the vicinity here. And it's someone you know.
Mm.
Wow. I don't know necessarily you know, wouldn't recognize it.
Is it old hair?
Caddy.
I was scared it was a cat. Okay.
Caddy.
And what was the name of that circle?
Caddy. The one that pops up on her tablet.
That was the name of that circle on the paper.
No.
Well,
What was that one?
Chloe Panopoulos.
oh, but if it's popping up, then that means she was here. Like, do they have to be nearby for her to use the spell?
This is the only name that's on there.
I think that's Caddy's real name.
Maybe.
Oh. I mean, all my friends were like, "Oh, she was freaking out."
Well, no. Like. Well, I mean.
We're confused.
So wait, what are you asking?
Isn't the tablet for for contacting the dead?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And is
so
it-
that's Caddy's corpse.
Does it have to be the dead that's nearby?
Yeah, it's energy of corpses
Yeah.
that are close to you. This is the only corpse
Well,
around us.
and Caddy wasn't a tabaxi, right?
No
As
shoes.
far as you were aware, she wasn't.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So that
Maybe
means
she
this
was
person's
using
either
magic.
alive or
Caddy was nameless.
Glorious
I don't think that's true.
continues to just stand there.
that would also make sense why he's just
Mhm,
standing there if he
mhm.
knows that's Caddy.
Glorious is this Caddy.
Why are you here?
What does that mean?
He begins to walk forward towards the body.
Oh no.
What are you doing here?
No facial expressions, only the mask that covers him. But he finally reaches the circle where you guys were and stands over and sees this crying face
Aw.
of a deformed cat person. That was not the visage of anything that you've seen there. As Glorious reaches down, his hands are trembling.
Why are you here? Why? Why did you come here?
Picks her up as the arms limply roll back over the shoulders and the droplets of blood fall from the mouth, already beginning to coagulate. And he wipes the smears from the eyes.
I was so worried. Why? Why are you here?
He puts her back down and his hands raised towards his mask.
And put my hand on
Yeah.
his hand.
Glorious
I want to try to
Make a
stop
strength check
him. Oh,
I want to help.
motherfucker.
I want to assist. I want to assist.
as his
He's crying
hands
right
begin
now.
to pull it off.
I'm helping. Hold
Make
it
it with
in place.
advantage.
I'm helping.
It's a 7.
7.
God damn it.
I'm a wizard.
We're weak.
First one's in that one.
At 20.
Holy fuck.
Fucking hell, Glorious. Ah! No!
I think my food is arriving soon.
Excellent timing.
I know.
As you guys continue to pull it off here, he just throws you guys to the side here and puts the mask onto the ground.
I grab the tablet. I reach for the tablet real fast. I use a spell slot and type in "Why are you here?" real
I already
fast.
used mine, so you can just go ahead and do it.
Oh, okay.
Save yours.
I asked Caddy, "Why are you here?" real fast.
I was too stoned to do that.
Can I also cast suggestion on Glorious?
Yeah,
I mean,
you're doing it this time. Yeah, make it quick.
yeah. I want to say, Glorious, I think it's a really good idea if you put that back on and keep it on while we're here. DC 16 Wisdom save.
Wisdom.
Yes. Don't make me lose another friend.
as the mask pulls off here, and it's just very briefly the one time Glorious isn't smiling. And just soaked cheeks
No.
from under the mask. As right as this pops off. Over the head.
I just hug him.
I will be right back.
Okay. His arms fall back limp here, and it's like,
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, of course. What was I thinking?
stands back up very quick.
Well, I'm not gonna leave her here.
Hoists her up.
Oh.
What was your question? You casted it first, or are you the one asking?
Yeah, I typed in, why are you here?
And I used my spell slot.
As you type it in, you wait, and sure enough, the text message appears to respond. And a line of text appears at the bottom, said, I'm here to find her. I'm here to fix her. I'm here to save Fisty.
I'll use one of my spell slots.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
Roll a d20 for me, please.
D20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'll start
Tell me what you got.
rolling those
18.
Alright. Ask him the question. As it takes just a second for the name to reload, but sure enough, the name Caddy reappears
Okay.
there.
I'm gonna text back. We're here to stop the static and the boys. Glorious is here too. Is there anything you want me to tell him?
Tell Glorious thank you for saving me,
Mm.
and that I'm sorry.
Okay.
I never listen.
I'll just hand it back to you because I don't really want to talk to Glorious, and I'll go back to the work with the mask.
Okay.
We'll show him that if we need to. I take like a quick screenshot.
If you like,
Technology's crazy.
that's a good check for this device.
I was hoping Arcana.
Of course
assumed
you
it
would.
was- I assumed it was some
This is
sort of magic.
technology. You
Yeah.
could try to bind to it if you want.
Okay, cool.
So yeah,
And remind me again, that's Arcana.
that's basically an Arcana check. Yeah.
And since it is a technological device, I can.
Well, you're not using an
Use
Arcana
mine.
check though.
Oh, okay.
This is just your check for your
Okay.
gears.
Okay. That was almost a 19. It's still 14 plus 7, 21 plus. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Flash of Genius to make it 25.
You sit here with a 25 and apparates, and your vision goes black once again, and this Sojin generated visage of the helmet appears within your mind here. Everything zooms in very fast. You enter in the atoms of the machine. You can see the electricity coursing through it, failing to reach certain areas here. And then you begin to assimilate your ability into it. And as you do it, the gears begin to collect these circles of electrons still coursing through it, begin to pull them in different directions. But while you do gain a foothold with this device, if only it weren't broken.
And I do have
Mhm.
Tinker Tool, so I'm not sure if I could.
Hmm?
I have Tinker Tool, so I'm not sure if I can make a check.
You'd have to take some time to fix it
Okay.
with Tinker Tools. Sit down. This would probably take a little bit of time, like a couple hours,
Okay.
to repair it. But yeah, if you want to do that at some point when you guys get to a safe location,
Okay.
you're always free to. Cool.
Yeah, I'll put it in my little pack.
You guys don't mind if I
I go find somewhere by this river here and Get to digging, do you? Like, you can go on without me, I just need a moment, if that's alright.
Would you rather be alone?
Well, I don't want to bother anyone, I'm just...
Not a bother.
I owe it... However, finish not on a low note.
If you want somebody to accompany
Yeah,
you,
I mean, feel free. I'm here to protect you. After all, don't go too far.
okay, yeah, I'll go with Gloria's.
I think we should all go with her.
As you guys go down into the dry riverbed here, find a place that's not filled with pieces of road debris and whatnot.
I think I'm gonna stay up by the bridge.
You stay up by the bridge.
Yeah.
Make a perception check while you're up there.
Watches Gloria's transforms and slices all of our throats.
No, he just turns into
13.
13. There's a reason why you guys were led here, but it was very kind of confusing when you just were led to a abandoned bridge before everything was abandoned here. So you take a minute here to kind of scope out and see what was being sought after in this area. And sure enough, after the bridge that's collapsed here is this park. It's filled with complete dirt where grass would have been a long time ago. And at the end of the park here is a building. And it's bizarre. It's one of the only buildings you've seen here that's not ruined. Which is bizarre. You feel like some sort of time would have taken effect on everything here. Nobody's lived here for centuries. But sure enough, there is a dark, kind of stone and metal building situated at the end of the park here, where the sidewalks kind of connect and lead into here, and it looks like an old-fashioned saloon. Just on the other side. It's completely... it definitely has some overgrowth to it, but other than that, it's untouched by time.
Look down at them, look at the building, look down at them, look at the building.
Fuck these guys.
And I sit down and work on the helmet. His character growth.
Okay, so make a tinker check, and then I'll transfer over to these guys.
Is that
idiots.
like sleight of hand?
Tinker check, you'll essentially add your proficiency bonus.
Okay, that's proficiency.
Plus, I believe it's dexterity.
5 plus 3 is 8.
Oh, you rolled a 5.
I rolled a 4.
Oh, you put your hand in and begin to see about adhering some of the glass that is, because essentially it was all there, laid out. You just need to assemble the pieces, but if I could just take this damn helmet off and inspect it myself, it'd be so much easier, because right here in the middle of this nonsense, I'm not able to focus. There's too much shit going on. I hear horrible creatures moaning in the distance. Maybe tonight I'll have a better chance, because I am just not getting any headway.
Okay.
As the group arrives at this part of the bay here that's not just completely full of rubble, just an area with more coarse soil here, Glorious takes out this big wide sword that he's been keeping sheathed at him here, and he wedges it into the ground here and puts pressure on the side here and begins uprooting the dirt and just begins going to town here. What a day. That continues again after a pause. So, I know you're all hoity-toity with the government, but I assume you're all cool enough that you're able to keep some secrets, right?
I
I
know your
cover
friends.
Mistress's ears.
Duh.
I know you're friends with Fauna. Don't worry, I'm not breaking any rules. Well, I mean, any rules that they care about. But maybe if I had just died a while back, I could have avoided this.
Glorious, you've done a lot of good for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't think this is your fault.
You want to know what I did before the bar?
I mean, kinda when you say it like that.
I was pretty cool.
You're pretty cool now.
I mean, yeah, but
I mean, you're like super cool now.
I was pretty cool with some pretty important people. And I wasn't Glorious. Glorious wasn't alive then. Well, he was, but he wasn't who I am now. Way too loud. Fuck me.
If you insist.
Several decades ago, I ran by the name of Titus. I was a part of a squad that ran alongside the First Seed Arc Knight, Crest. We were a very special squad. We were an attack force that splintered in to the Malik Assembly and led kill strikes. We would cut through centers that had been stationing people of importance, people that had been cited for espionage on our soil, and we'd bring them to justice. And I was good at it. Real good at it. Good enough to get some promotions. We led a squad of 3 groups, an A, B, and C. I was the head honcho for the C group. We're all to split up and essentially locate this outpost that had the biggest cache of insurgents that we had dug up in quite a while. My group was the first to find them. It was a building no larger than my bar, a couple stories. There wasn't anyone bad in there. It was a folly hut. I entered in there and a group of younglings ran up to us of all different races. There was a hobgoblin, there was this very overweight and very sweet orc, tabaxi, and a couple others. They couldn't have been over the age of 10. All of them very sweet. All of them very scared. Scared of us. Because we were there to clear them out. It's a very common tactic, you see, for Malik insurgents to take over buildings of public interest, buildings that house people, schools, orphanages, of those likes, to deter people like our squadrons from doing our job. But Crest doesn't pull punches. He doesn't fall for bluffs. And we knew what we were there for. So we said our goodbyes to the kids. We gave them some of our rations. We showed them an evening that
wasn't filled with loneliness before we loaded our guns. Squads A and B arrived. And as they peered through the doors and awaited our command, I, for the first time ever, stopped listening to myself. I told that voice of order in the back of my head, let's do things their way. Not my squad, not Crest. Let's hear what these kids have to say. So I gave the command, and Squad C opened fire on Squads A and B.
Oh.
30 Legion soldiers dead. Several of mine as well. But there were people that survived. People that mattered. People that had a future that wasn't absorbed in some callous magnanimity. Pretend I said that right, for lore's sake. And so, we were escorted back to the barracks. We received our talking to, and we lined up in the courtyard. The gunshots rained, and I watched my soldiers fall, and then me. But unlike my men, I woke up face to face with my boss. An Arcanite, someone who controlled a chunk of the planet in the palm of their hand. And they said, "You're not going to waste on me, boy. You die when I say you die." He handed me a file. It was a file of a councilman for a town in God knows where, Mississippi. He was a legionnaire just like me, although just a city guard stationed out there that apparently had passed away earlier that week. A man by the name of Glorious. And a fine man, was a beloved council member for the town, controlled it with an iron fist, and had a pretty good foothold on the marketing there too. And that was it. This was me now. And I don't talk to people. I don't. My mouth doesn't open unless I'm confirming an order or giving one. And all of a sudden now I'm sitting at a table full of hoity-toity, shit in their pants council people. And he looks over at you, Indy, at this time. And they hated me. I didn't belong there, but they had made a deal with the same people I did, I guess. Mistakes were made, and I was the price that was being paid. But I hated it. I spent years giving orders. Why do I have to continue doing that after I finally make one good decision? So, I set up office at a rundown bar off the corner south of the Transgate. I bought it out and I gave my position to your dad. After all, he wanted it in the first place, and Valerie wasn't happy with me there anyway, so we made a deal. Keep silent about it, and I would be compliant. And I did that for a few. And then a group of customers appear at my door unlike any I'd seen before. They were young adults at this point, and they had to have been
living on the streets for weeks, if not months. They were so thin that I'm surprised they made it this long. Their skin dry and calloused over, their faces thin, their eyes hopeless. A tabaxi, hobgoblin, a pudgy orc, a dark elf. And I knew all of them. Because it was their turn to save me. I helped them fit in. And I promised I'd protect them.
I'm gonna hug Glorious again and say, thank you for saving Colonel.
Thank you for looking out for him.
He's like a
He talks
Oh,
about
weird.
you all day, you know.
Melody cries.
I cry. Well, Glorious at this time is just finishing with the shoveling he's been doing this entire time and sets her down. Well, shall we be off? As the gravel is poured over the body, he situates himself. So, if you keep this under wrap between you and your friends at the Legion, your buddies, I'd appreciate that. Now let's see what's in this basement. He jumps up the top of the bed, the riverbed.
Whoa.
After you finish up with the tinkering
Amazing
here,
guys.
you're essentially in this dead park all by yourself. The air is stagnant and dry. Just this cabin that's out front. And soon enough, your friends join you here. The remaining 6 climb up from the top of the dried out riverbed and they meet you in the park. You've just been sitting here stabbing this freaking helmet with a screwdriver.
Yeah.
Fucking don't trust you. Joking.
Yeah, I think after probably just a little bit of working on it, he realized, like, I can't do this right now. And he's just sitting there looking at the, like, building. Just, like, pretty much sitting like I am now, like, foot crossed, like, very anxious and ready to get moving on. But knowing he should wait for everyone else to get there, just, like, come on.
So we got a list of names, huh? Any reason why that one was circled? Or no one recognized any of these names, did they?
No. Did you help come up with Caddy's name, or is that the name that she had?
That's a name that we just kind of played off of there, yeah.
Do you know what her name was before?
It was, well, same reason I don't tell people my old name is that we had a new life. I didn't want to know.
Andrew, how many barmaids were there?
There was 4. There was Caddy, Nylon, Colonel, and Beef.
I always forget about Beef. Well, that kills my theory.
What?
Well, there are 8 of them.
8 of what?
On this list.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't recognize any of these names.
Yeah, but you not necessarily wouldn't.
What? Can you read them off for me again?
Carly Cambridge, Derek Hest, Moira Lawton, Chloe Panopoulos, that's one that's circled, Sean Brierling, York Britton, Felicity Young, Celeste Watson.
No. I mean, I know most of the bigwigs. If they're a political figure, I probably have heard of them. I don't know why Caddy would have heard of these. I mean,
She gets out just as much as I do.
I also don't see why Chloe would be circled if that was her name. Like, if I had a list of names with my name on it, I wouldn't like circle it.
That's true.
That seems like a weird thing to do.
Maybe she thought that this Chloe could help.
What if she thought Chloe was Fisty's name?
Maybe.
I mean,
you
also
knew Fisty better than me. Just
Yeah, we
that
didn't
doesn't
know
ring
her.
a bell to you.
We didn't know her name.
Figures.
We knew her for like a week.
I mean, we have a
She
very
was just
clear
very damp.
way to move on, and if this is kind of a dead end, sitting here talking isn't necessarily going to get much.
Yeah.
I think if we keep moving, we might find this Chloe person.
True.
Because
Yeah, if
my expectation is that whoever this Chloe person that's circled is who she's looking for.
yeah, that maybe
And so
she
let's
was
just
someone
keep
who
going.
could help her.
Didn't your message say from your spell book that she was looking for Fisty though? Why was she looking here? We told her that she died.
I feel like the static is because we know that it like makes things better. But am I still seeing things funky?
Yeah, things are a lot like much more improved in this. It's not as funky. It just looks like the city is less ragged than it was.
Could I maybe make an assumption that it's like reversing the damage that was done
Well,
compared to fixing it?
I mean, it's damaged. It
I
still
mean,
looks
I'm
damaged for me.
I'm asking
Oh.
Andrew.
You can't do that.
Can I discern that? Does it seem like it's something
at
that
least for you
is
it
reversed, not like fixed?
Well, it's different from like the description that like you got from Ember and Maud back at the city. Like the church got worse.
Right, but it was like overgrown with vegetation.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what it looked like before the church was built. Like we're kind of like blending the past, and the more recent past for Palegrass was an unfinished city, like a city that was just being built, and this past is a city that's not in ruins. It's just a theory that I have right now. So maybe Caddy thought that if she was able to somehow connect with Fisty and turn back time, then maybe she could turn back a time before Fisty died, and she would be like
But also,
resurrected.
this is the place where a lot of non-humans have come from. It could be a realistic expectation that Fisty came from here.
She came from Switzerland.
Yeah, but did Caddy know that?
I don't know.
Did we in character know that?
I don't know.
Like,
She was
realistically,
speaking Swiss German the whole time.
everyone who we've run into has been human, except for a select few. And historically, the city of Bride's Peak was where a lot of the monstrosities and a lot of the creatures came from.
Does it feel sus that 3 of the towns that turned to static had these folly folk living in them?
what does that have with not Palegrass though?
I mean, yeah. You
Well-
had 4.
Well, I mean, yeah, but just 4.
Maybe this is like,
It's genocide.
maybe. I mean, if it's reversing things, like kind of taking it back to a time before technology, I don't know. I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall, as
But why would the
old
Grey
people
Ghost
say.
do that?
To
Shitty-ass
incite
people.
panic between Follyfolk and Non.
Or maybe they didn't realize this is what would happen.
Maybe they're idiots.
I was about to say, this doesn't look like even the Grey Coats can live here without their equipment. I don't know how they can. I mean, if they
Maybe-
do, they do.
Even with, I mean, you saw how some of our party reacted at noon. Like,
Maybe they're maybe they're trying to wipe certain places off the map to not have to deal with them, like maybe places that would cause insurgents.
Well, why would they do that? Why would...
Because
good,
they're
we're just
assholes.
clearing out a couple towns, dude.
I mean, I think let's keep going and see if more of these things.
Mistress,
reveal
do you have an
themselves.
idea?
Regarding the origins of Fisty,
Turn back
Uh-huh.
time.
Fisty was from New Zealand,
God damn it.
That's the one.
and I did mention to the group that, very early on, that while I was not using a New Zealand accent,
Oh, that
as
she
a
was.
player,
Okay.
Fisty spoke with a New Zealand accent.
I really thought I had it with Switzerland.
Close.
Oh,
New Zealand.
New Zealand. I remember that now that you say it.
Has Lund in it.
Yeah, I'm
There's
just
lots of sheep there.
I'm just dumb.
It's a sheeple.
So yeah, she's from New Zealand, but which is that's not the same place as Switzerland?
Is that Melody asking or Kayla?
Yes, I have a 7 intelligence. I don't know that.
Don't make me do a check to
Make
see
a
if
history
New
check
Zealand
real
and
quick
then
once
Switzerland
again.
are different.
Make a history check.
Don't you dare make me do a history check to see if Switzerland and New Zealand are different.
Make a geography check.
Um,
Can you touch your
God.
planet?
17.
17? You're not super keen on the Folly folk. You know, there's 2 different categories for them, the East Folly and the West Folly. There's 2 different variants.
Yeah.
Some have derived from the West due to the effects of the annihilated Europe and the effects that's had on the populace over years and years and years. And then there's the East Folly that are victims of experimentation that come from here. Which I always thought was bizarre, knowing Fisty. Fisty comes from New Zealand, which would consist, of course. Oh, sorry, I mixed it up. There would be the East Folly would be over there. West Folly is here.
Right.
New Zealand would, of course, consist of East Folly. Satyrs are a Western Folly. But people can be born anywhere. New Zealand is technically under Legion reign, so it was always very bizarre
Okay.
thinking about that. Alright. Maybe she was trying to lead here before things finally got the better of her. Miss Glorious kind of gestures upwards towards the cabin. That is eerily not touched by the passage of time here, aside from dust and the area around it kind of falling apart. The wood still looks to be in relatively good shape. The stonework is fixed in its spot, unmoving.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I've been sitting here staring at this building for a while, and I really want to go in. So,
You first.
You go in?
yeah.
Okay. Opening the door, so it's kind of hard to clear up. This hasn't been utilized in a while, but you feel like it would be more difficult to get in. Like, the hinges are still in good repair and whatnot. Someone's upkept this. It's this cabin that essentially mimics an old-timey saloon that has a placard over the top of it that says Bride's Peak Manor. And you enter in, it's exactly that. It is the facade of an old western saloon. Somebody themed it like that.
Weird.
I want some sarsaparilla.
Can I do like investigate or perception?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
I want some sarsaparilla and a call girl.
Sarsaparilla kid.
22.
22. Stirring about this old building here, there's all sorts of things you notice about. Of course, none of the taps work, but all of, aside from the dust that runs across it here, even the furniture inside is relatively well put together here. You see above the mantelpiece on top of the second floor is this kind of it's the visage of a taxidermy for a dragon head, but it's clearly just made to look like that, of this dragon that has this fake flame coursing out of its mouth.
Okay.
That's attached to the top there. Searching around as well, you find multiple
tankards as well that line these silver cups, like the solid platinum, that have a whole bunch of different names engraved on all of them. And then there's a set of names of placards or tankards that are golden.
Okay.
How many?
Rather than like they're set aside for people.
How many?
Give me a second now.
I'm sorry, I'm nervous.
There are 5 names.
Ah.
Why?
Do any of them match the names on the list?
No. None of the names that are listed on there match any of those names.
What are the stupid names on the mugs?
There are, well, all the silver lugs are just names of a whole bunch of different people here. The golden mugs in particular have a series of names on them. One of which is Barry Myers. One next to that has a name that just says...
Wait.
I'm just counting on you to take all the notes, Kayla.
I don't even need to take notes.
I'm gonna go to do a history check to see if I recognize any of those names as you read them off.
Okay.
Next.
The one after that is just 3 letters, R-E-X.
Nice.
One after that, which is the one that looks the least used of the group here, has the name that just says Skinny on it.
Skinny.
Yes. The one after that, another 3 letters, A-V-A, Ava. And the final one, 6 letters, all put together, S-E-G-K-Y-E.
Yeah, I rolled a
That
nat.
sounds sick.
I rolled a nat 20 for 27.
Holy shit.
Did you? For what? For recognizing the names?
Yeah,
Um,
probably a useless nat 20, isn't it?
Andrew, what was the name of this one?
Bride's Peak Manor. Yeah,
Yeah, I
you do
thought-
recognize these
I
names.
thought that was something from
These, well, one in particular is glaringly obvious. Sorry, I'm trying to.
He's waiting for us
It's
to
glaring
piece it together.
obvious. Figured out.
Sorry, you recognize Barry Myers when researching the end of the Hollow Age, which was the age in which the Red Wire governing system controlled America and the rest of the world from underground. There was a key figure that helped stop that. That ran a sector of vigilantes that helped overthrow the sect. Went by this name. But you would very rarely ever read it as this spoken name here. You would normally read it as Meyerhold, would be the name used.
Meyerhold.
Meyerhold, M-E-Y-E-R-H-O-L-D. And then, you would recognize the name at the far end, S-E-G-K-Y-E, which, this would make a religion check, actually.
Sorry, did you say S-E-G-K-Y-E?
Yes.
Is that Cedriago?
Cedriago Kirzu.
So you said religion?
Yeah.
22.
22. Cedriago Kirzu is the very rarely used, yet in like the more southern areas, oftentimes just said in passing, name used for the massage of the Red Angel from that religion.
Holy shit.
So
Same
who
last
they
name as
who they
Cloudman.
thought Cloudman was?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
And Cloudman's is like
Cloudman has the same last name.
descendant. Yeah.
Hotman.
Cloudman.
And so yeah, those names are up there, and on the placard as well, you also see what seems to be like a portrait of people wearing matching uniforms, these untucked white button-up shirts with these dark brown khaki pants, a group of individuals that are essentially in kind of like a bar corral, hands over the shoulders, with this old-timey picture. This older man, the taller of the group here, has these thick glasses on and this receding hairline, and has this child just sitting on his shoulders.
Okay.
Here you saw this golem-esque child just staring into the camera like some sort of cryptid.
Okay.
And then you see a figure here whose button-up is uneven and tossed about and clearly stained with coffee. One this man with thick, wavy hair that kind of goes down, this deadpan stare as just the corner of his mouth smiles upwards. You see in the middle, with a figure that has to be half the size, but this figure here is super lanky and much darker than the other group. You have to assume it would either be a drow or one of those races, or African American, either one. That just has its elbow rested on this what seems to be like teenage girl with straight long hair that's gone down here, and the elbow just digs in as he sits it on there, and he has these essentially these thick black glasses on as he kind of grins at the camera here, and the girl looks in that direction as well, and it's just these people here.
Okay. Can I gather that it's like a picture of a like name?
It seems like it's kind of like the staff, like the bar owners.
Oh, the bar owners.
Yeah.
Okay.
But from there,
Do they look familiar?
would they? To you?
Mhm.
Make an intelligence check.
I'm gonna
Me.
say I am gonna take pictures of the mugs and a picture.
That's a
of
natural twice.
This
Oh my
photo.
god, you freaking
For what was it?
Intelligence.
for intelligence.
18.
Nice to see if they look familiar.
Uh-huh.
You've never seen these figures before. Would you have? No.
Okay.
Am I
I
bullshitting you?
Hold on. By your descriptions, I thought that one of them was maybe somebody that is not.
Wait, these figures are old.
Hold on, I'm messaging you.
So it's not.
You know! It's your dad!
So
Did you recognize it though? Oh,
I
like you're
met
talking meta.
him.
Are you talking?
You bastard. Would
Sorry.
Hostel and I recognize
No,
someone in this
sorry.
picture?
With the nat 20, I'm saying with this. The glasses on the one in the middle look slightly familiar. Just the grin, like it's this weird kind of all-knowing grin of just looking back here that seems like it's breezed past you before, but no one here, no one you personally know, someone you maybe ran across for only a couple minutes.
Okay. How are we gonna take a picture? We don't have any.
But other than that-
I'm taking the picture off.
But other than
Damn
that,
it! Yeah, no.
no,
you
it's,
just bring
it's
it with
like
us.
it's like comparing a baby photo to like a skeleton.
I'm
It's
taking the
too-
picture off the wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put it in my backpack.
So when you said it looks like it's the owners of the bar, like
Yeah.
were those 5 or 6 names like were they the owners of the bar then, or was that something I wouldn't necessarily?
What do you mean? You wouldn't necessarily correlate them to it. There's not like they don't have the names written over them or anything. So
I just
it's
wasn't
in
sure.
the same vicinity there. It's kind of on this portrait here.
I just wasn't sure if I recognized Barry Myers and Seg, if I would also like have an idea of like what they looked like from my studying. Or...
You know, Cedriago is a Sanctin,
Okay.
and only one of the figures in that photo matches that description. The tall, dark fellow,
Okay,
with
so-
the face covering.
So I could potentially make the like connection that like this photo is probably the people on the mugs.
Mm-hmm. By using that, at least, like there shouldn't have been Cyoctans during this time, but there is one here, and it's
Okay.
the name of someone that's supposed to be one.
Okay.
Because that city wasn't around then. The city appeared in recent history, within like maybe even just barely before some of your lifetimes. It
You
hasn't
mean,
been
like,
over that long.
The city like on the moon.
Yeah, the satellite city. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Anyway,
Yeah, so I'll turn to everyone and be like, guys, this place ain't no joke. Like, I don't recognize everyone on there, but the two that I do, holy shit.
What do you mean by that?
Like, Barry Myers, and I basically explain. Like, Barry Myers was the one who helped take down the Red Wire government back in the Hallowed Age. And this SEGKYE person is the Red Angel that everyone thought Cloudman was. He's also a distant relative of Cloudman, so, like, big deal here. So let's just be careful. I mean, I'm guessing from my reading, they're, like, not still alive, right? Like,
From your knowledge of this town went under, like I said, in the Vacant Age,
okay.
which was centuries ago.
Bacon Age?
The Vacant Age followed the Hollow Age, which was essentially the time period between when Redwire ruled the world and when people got the Sojin powers,
Okay.
which was just a series of centuries where nothing happened.
Okay.
It's called the Vacant Age. Just nothing was
That
there.
sounds nice.
It's like our version of the medieval times.
Yeah,
Dark Age and
honestly.
everything. Okay.
You do know this town was destroyed during the Vacant Age. That's when the crater happened. It happened maybe a couple decades into it. But other than that, nothing of huge note happened during that period. But this was a long time ago. These people should all be dead.
I can't.
There shouldn't be any reason why these people are alive.
Yeah.
I can't imagine they're still alive, but let's like not fuck with anything, cause like.
Being held in gentle.
Did you mess with any of the golden tankards?
Oh yeah, I definitely would.
Okay. You just pull them off.
Yeah.
Wait, stop. Hold on.
What?
Hold on. No.
Huh?
No.
As you grab
What?
as you grab the Barry Myers one, it doesn't move.
Ooh.
Make a strength check.
I'm so weak.
Just stop.
Feel that.
What?
Stop.
Not that weak.
No, she's doing her check.
That's 14.
14.
Yeah.
Okay.
Da.
You start- Piston
Oh shit.
from underneath it pulls up, and you hear buildings start to rumble.
Holy
Ever
shit.
so slightly.
Kate. Melody.
Come on,
As
just go
you guys
this
are-
way!
And as you guys are standing behind the bar scene here, all of a sudden you feel the floor begin to lose its constitution, and it begins. The floorboards begin to descend into stairs.
We
And you guys have to
were-
run out of here at this time. You're like, shit, it's going down. Oh,
Earthquake!
Hey,
oh!
I'm just saying. We were trying to get into the tunnels.
Okay,
Yes.
but like I literally just said don't mess with shit.
What? I was
And
already
like,
touching it.
Ran up to a cup and started
No,
fucking with
I
it.
was already touching it.
Fucking children.
And
I
just
thought you
like-
got to do stuff all the time and you do it.
I know.
Constantly.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay. And just like that, the entire behind the bar scene has reconstructed itself into a staircase
Cool.
going down.
Are there any other doors or anything in this area?
Yeah, there's a door to the there's a door on the second floor that leads to what you would notice is a back office, but the door is locked when you tried to reach it.
Oh, a lock. What will Hostile
How?
do?
Fireball! 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 Fireball!
I use my
Doesn't have that many.
He's gonna like bang that lock.
feature to
Gross.
unlock it.
And doesn't because then he would like bond with it or something.
Oh yeah, God, locks don't work with you.
Possibly unlockable.
Fireball.
Alien montage happens. The door opens. Yeah, sure enough.
I walk on in.
We will not have Vox Machina's problem.
I turn around and close the door and lock it again.
Hey.
So
God damn
you
it.
can't get in.
What a dick.
I arcane lock the door and only
Dimension door. I go inside.
Hey, Glorious.
I don't want to actually
get
use my
down
spell
this
for
door.
that, but that would be really
I don't know
fun.
what's happening.
What did you say?
Bang down
Glorious
this
is just
door
super
real quick.
confused.
Oh, didn't you just open it? I just saw like I open it.
Yeah, and then he locked it.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
No, Glorious, don't.
Oh,
Back up.
Yeah,
I'm so conflicted.
Glorious.
Do
I just
it.
lost my daughter.
Do it.
I
Take your rage out on the door. Take your rage out on the door.
Make a persuasion persuasion check,
Oh my God.
both of you.
Shit. I have a -1.
I'm also saying do
It's a
it,
14.
do it, do
It's a
it.
14.
You all
I should have felt that with +6 to.
Yeah, can I also
I
do
have
one?
no charisma.
No, you know what? I'm not gonna let you guys fuck me over again. I'm casting Arcane Lock on it. It raises the DC of the goddamn door.
That's fine.
I don't want to get into that bad. I'm not gonna waste a spell slot on it.
It's the DC to break down the door. Add 10 to that DC now.
Oh,
What the fuck?
That's fine.
that's 27. Wait, no, I didn't know my strength. Roll a 17 plus glorious is +5 strength. So, pretty high. But
Just
You are lucky because as he begins to just shake the framework of it, you see a series of glyphs that are soaked into the woodwork begin to apparate. And then as the banging stops, they disappear.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, I do an investigation check in this goddamn room.
Be an
now.
arcane, or just for for the entire thing.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I guess I could do an Arcana check on that to see what it's going on.
Yeah, just check out the walls there.
Is it a magic item, alchemical object, or technological device?
You tell me. No, it's it's
Okay.
nothing to do with technology. This is
Okay.
magic.
God damn. 9.
9. You know,
That's with
these
a-
are some really old glyphs. This is clearly outside of my time period for when this
There.
level of Sojourn was being perfected.
Okay. I'll do an investigation
But
check.
it's coating the entire house, you know, that like you've checked the walls around and just as you signal in they just barely appear and you finally notice that the woodwork, the stone is saturated in it.
Okay.
I cast Detect Magic.
Detect magic! You do? Yeah, the entirety of the foundation of this place is being supported by some sort of spell.
Wow.
Which
What?
you might be able to assume is what's keeping this place from falling apart.
What type is it? Like, what type of magic is it?
What's the fortification? Is that abjuration? Is that the one that fortifies? What's the mage armor spell?
Oh.
I think it is abjuration.
I'm right.
Yep, Abjuration.
Yeah, abjuration.
This building has mage armor.
I won't read my
Mage armor!
Alright,
Okay.
can I do investigate check on the room now?
Dispel magic.
You do what?
Investigate on the room now.
Yeah, you can investigate. For the most part, yeah, go ahead and roll. Sorry.
Okay. No, you're good. I mean, if you just want to give me the info,
I don't. Shut up.
that's better. 21. I've used all my flash of genius.
21.
Yeah.
Sure enough, this room is, for the most part, just filled with open books that have been rotted away with.
Okay.
It's just like littering the floors on the lines here. The books and stuff have not received the same touch of abjuration that the rest of the building are, and just completely decayed. Except for a few files in which you're able to figure out, are completely restored and have a larger amount of magic ensued inside of them. You find and you pull out a couple sheets of paper that look like they're filled with spell glyphs.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Okay. Is that something like I can take with me?
If you want to, yeah. Okay.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Out of interest. Okay. I'll open the door again.
Sorry. Sorry.
You're good. I'll open the door and be like, alright, I found some shit. Mistress Ember, I'd like us to kind of like look over this at some point when we get the chance.
Okay.
You guys have identifier or anything like that? Well, in theory, you two would be able to discern them. There are two different spell slot. Sorry. They're spell papers. What's the word for this?
Spell?
Not spell books. They're
Scrolls.
Tell
spell
us.
scrolls. Yeah.
There's one of them for Dimension Door,
Nice.
another one for Sickening Radiance.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What does that do?
Sounds
None of
dope.
business. Well, you found him.
Cool.
And with those, it's just like basically a one-time use, like you use it in it.
Not for wizards.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you can copy it
Wizards can
yourself.
copy it.
Give me those right
Does
The
it?
one thing wizards can do is it makes it different from other
I can do a
spellcasters.
lot of
They can,
stuff.
they can keep spells that they find.
Okay, well, copy those down.
Or
and
you
then
can use it once and just fuck that spell.
Screw it.
Ooh.
Copy it down and then give it to me because I want to be able to use those too.
Okay. Mistress.
Yeah, I
would you
think it
like
does
to
just
Yeah,
copy
once
it?
you copy it, you can't use it
So
afterwards.
basically, the two wizards would get one.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, wizards are able to copy spells out of each other's spell books.
Oh.
I think.
Nice.
Oh,
Cool.
want to collab, bro?
So like, let's
Yeah,
each
that's
spend
nice.
time copying one spell, and then we'll copy the other from each other. Does that
Like,
make sense?
it does take like
Takes a long time.
Yeah, I just mean like at some
time
point.
and
You need
components
resources.
that cost money to
Yeah.
copy a spell.
So
like,
they're
it's not
just
a
gonna
free
go
thing
in
that you can
the
do.
belly button for now.
You just share one collective spell book between the two of you.
They're pretty much all the same.
Okay. So after you've exchanged those between yourselves, what's the group doing?
I want to go down those fucking
There's
stairs.
two wizards that are constantly
sharing the spell.
making more spells. What if it's a group of wizards? You get all the spells.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's,
we could
just-
start
it's just a
making our
book
own
club. That's
spells.
all it is. Like, right. So which one are you guys sending? Oh, I got the
We just like review each other's spell books.
Oh
and
no, that's
see what we
kind
like
of
the
really
most.
mean, you troll. That's not even a wizard spell. I
I
can't
love that
copy that.
idea.
The one druid in the party, like, hey guys, look what I have.
I have all
I
these
got
fucking
this.
They're like, why do you have these written down?
Because I could use all of them all the time.
Playing Dungeons and Dragons and making fun of nerds.
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
love the
God,
idea
he's
of
right.
wizards in a book club. I love that. Ugh. That's great.
So yeah, that's the only other room really in this
Just in the stars.
place.
Yeah, aside from like the latrines and stuff, and the
Let's investigate.
well, you find there is a kitchen for preparing whatnot, and there's a back room for like where the beer stuff is attached to the tap, and then there's that upper room on the upper floor where other tables are. That's the only other one's different.
Okay.
And then of course
Just like fall down.
Coming
the
down like
stairs.
Kayla with a popcorn.
this table is fully
Hey!
puffed. I've never seen that.
They're
Anyway.
playing.
I never heard Barry run before. I hope he's okay.
He just had a heart attack.
You can tell it's him because it's making noise.
You learn from mom.
Anyway, yeah, Kel has no dexterity.
Don't be mean.
I would like to break up.
You just
Hey,
ruin
hey,
a relationship.
Hey, remember when I said like I didn't want to be away from you guys?
Okay, we got a couple minutes left here, so
Yeah, let's
From you guys.
see what we can get.
okay. What do you guys do from here?
Oh, down the stairs.
Take a
Down the
nap.
stairs.
So you guys begin to travel down the staircase that leads into this darkened area, and as you
Is
do,
it still daytime?
it is yes.
Just making sure.
Why?
Well, like if it was like close to night, I was like, let's just long rest here and then head on.
I've used one spell. I'm good.
I don't mind a short rest.
Let's go.
There's
we
a
can
lot of
keep
spells
going.
today.
Okay. It's traveling downwards here. Essentially, the woodwork begins to change into that of this
Am I going blind?
stark white metallic material that essentially just gradients in from the wood to this alloy. And the stairs from that you spiral downwards and downwards for yards and yards and yards. Well, essentially, you're in this open cube room that seems like the facility you wake up at the Men in Black headquarters. That little empty building with the one guy there, but there's nothing there. It's just a single door. This
closed sliding door made of the same alloy that's pushed in just an inch here that seems to simulate an elevator. That's it.
Let's take the elevator.
Yeah. Yeah, does it have buttons on the outside?
There's a single button.
I push that button.
You click the button. There would normally be a little indicator above that would show like it lighting up as it's calling, but I think power's on. You click it over and over and you don't hear any whirlings from the machinery inside. There's nothing powering this.
Just turn around and say, it's broken.
And no curtain.
I want to investigate and see like if it needs some sort of like key or something.
Yeah.
It's broken.
These two of these play patty cake in the corner.
Yeah.
Guess we go home.
I've not come this far.
Yeah, that was a 5, by the way, in case anyone was wondering.
Holy shit. Glorious just bursts through the room.
Gloria says it's broken.
I've not come this far to go home.
Woo!
His fingers just slide in through the crack of the metal,
Real
and you
sausage
see
fingies.
the sleeves that were tied around his elbows rip slightly as, and you hear like the walls shake to the side here, and you see his fingertips drip with blood as he pulls them out. And the Stark helmet turns to look at everyone there.
Crap. I think I'm into Glorious.
Looks back, and there is a series of just steel ropes
Aww.
that travel down into darkness.
Journey down.
Someone else prepare Featherfall, we can just jump.
Yeah.
I have it.
I have mine.
Now or never, guys.
I need the whole group down here. Let's do it.
Once we go down here, we're turning off the lights.
Oh, great.
I have dark vision, it's fine.
Oh, lucky you.
Well, then I'll see you on the other side.
It's Glorious. Leaps on the
Bye.
steel rope and swings him out just a bit, and then
Bye.
God, doing that just burn the shit out of his
Look
Yeah,
at
he's so
literally
freaking
the whole
cool.
group. With the Featherfall.
Featherfall!
Yeah.
You
I
could've-
can,
Let's do
you
that.
just cast Featherfall.
I can only do it on 5, so.
Well,
Yeah.
good, because now there's there's still 6 now. Okay, so one of you is out of luck.
Well, no, I have it prepared as well.
Oh, okay. So
So-
if that's a way you want to go down, yeah, because it would be, you'd probably get it. You
The whole
can't
group?
see the bottom. You probably get some exhaustion trying to climb down this.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And failed checks on my end.
Yeah,
so.
same.
What's Featherfall?
Okay, yeah. We both cast Featherfall, and we just.
Get the whole group.
You even
We
get
just-
Glorious as he's starting to go down.
Yeah.
We just
Glorious gets down and is like,
Hey!
we just fliggity float down.
Wow!
No,
I'm
that's,
so grateful!
Guys, I'm Jesus!
that's the prank. We're like, Glorious, we got you, just let go.
as the group leaps down and begins to fall.
Ooh. Hate it.
The darkest lights into the haze. What? Is this something right?
No,
Oh,
that's
okay.
what it's called.
I was where I pull up something that Dylan's making fun of me for. He's like, that's from this game I played.
No, but it does have like a
Yeah.
vibes.
Essentially, you
Sorry,
travel
it
in
was
the
a good
darkness slowly until eventually the darkness is cut to this haze at the bottom of an endless abyss. You see the frameworks of the facility.
Not the facility.
We'll end there.
Not the facility.
I was gonna say it has Blackout Club vibes, but I immediately blanked on what the name was.
Oh yeah. That was a good time.
That's great.
Also, since at least 2 of you are